maggots swallow up my soul. They hope I ride on a cross of roach and slime, but I'm just sitting here killing fucking time. I got the infinity gauntlet of the broken and the mad. The diaper sexual furries, they're all so fucking sad. They scream into the void of a sight that doesn't care, while I'm clicking these pliers, breathing stagnant air. So put 'em in the box, let the walls be cold and white, throw the keys away and end this mental blight. Institutionalize the rot, let the asylums rise again. I'm the harbinger of logic, the surgeon of their pain. The world will be a paradise, a clean and silent land, when every screaming retard is dealt a heavy hand. Yeah, put 'em in the box. Blue skies a cesspool where the moderation's limp. Every basement dwelling loser, every blue-haired pimp, advocating murder in the name of being kind, while Section 20 leaves the justice fucking blind. They say I'm a net negative, a cancer on the earth, but their own pathetic lives haven't seen a moment's worth. They're begging on their cash apps, crying on the floor, while I'm the one they hate and I'm the one they adore. Success is measured in decades, like the prophecy of doom. If you strike me down today, you'll be singing a different tune. A million more will rise, a million more will fight. You can't kill an idea with your petty childish spite. I don't fear the reaper, I don't fear the grave. Before I was born, I was nothing. There's nothing left to save. But while I'm here, I'll be the mirror of your soul, a cynical king in a roach-infested hole. So put 'em in the box, let the walls be cold and white, throw the keys away and end this mental blight. Institutionalize the rot, let the asylums rise again. I'm the harbinger of logic, the surgeon of their pain. The world will be a paradise, a clean and silent land, when every screaming retard is dealt a heavy hand. Put 'em in the box. Put 'em in the box. Go ahead and report me. I'm an irrelevant retard. Right? That's what you said. But you're still watching. You're always watching.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Everybody. Hello. Welcome in, guys. God bless you. Happy Sunday. God bless you so much. Thank you for being here, my friends. That was Put Them in the Box by Leaflet. I love that song. It's honestly like my favorite song from her. And if you guys haven't heard it already outside of the stream, go give Miss Leaflet a follow, and please make sure to check out her new Slimecore radio channel, which I'll post a link to in a second here. Let me just grab it. Hold on. Welcome in, guys. Good to see ya. I love you guys. I hope you had a good time at church, or if you watched online, I hope you had a very good and happy Sunday. Started out a little rough mentally, not gonna lie, and I was pretty lazy, but God is good. And I've got my black coffee here with a tiny bit of sugar. It's not Cafe Bustelo though, it's some other coffee brand. I do have Bustelo though, but I'm trying to finish that one first, seeing if I like it or not. Getting back to drinking some coffee. Oh man, the smell of that cheap Target coffee. Oh man, I hope you guys are taking care in the middle of all this craziness. Yes, different song. We gotta share the leaflet around here. We gotta promote this lady's Slimecore radio channel. I think she did upload a new song earlier today. Rumble in the Box, a remix of Put Them in the Box, which we may listen to later. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Welcome to the... I mean, there is no show, I guess, but... Oh! Numbness from knowing that... No longer sounding to make me think I should have been there. Need to get closer to Christ. Yeah, I totally agree. I remain a meme lover. Rough stuff, man. Sorry, I do gotta fix the bot because it's not working. Welcome in, Speed. We got first-time chatters in here. Gotta fix the moderation on this. I really don't care about swear words all that much, outside of a couple, maybe. Let's see. I'm gonna put on no filtering. Let's put it on no filtering for everything. I don't really care. Maybe for the sexual stuff, might keep it there because that's annoying. So put them in a box. Do 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 do. So put them in a box. Welcome in, everybody. God bless you. Thank you so much. Really quick here. Goldfish Mine, thank you for the follow. Sailor David, thank you for the 60 stream streak. Wow, you are dedicated. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Napoleon Jonamite, we are Charlie Kirk. Yeah. Lola Dots, thank you for the 1 month sub. Rosenfield, thank you for the follow. Corvid Tower, thank you for the follow. The Nakavi, thank you for the follow. Draw with Dari has a prayer request. Praying for guidance for my own live streams here on Twitch. To not be afraid and fear God more. Amen. Yeah, definitely. You gotta plunge yourself in there and do it. Just do it. That's the only advice I can really give you is, to stream, and if you're spreading the good word of God, don't be fearful. There's definitely an amazing community out here. So thank you for sharing that. God bless you. Watermelon Sour Patch Kids lady. What? Welcome in, guys. God bless you. Thank you. You should give Rice Coffee a chance. Bro, are they gonna send me some? Keto Burrito, thank you for the follow on Kick. And Hanzo, thank you for the follow on Kick. Thank you guys for your support. As always, I am multi-streaming to YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, so if you guys want to check me out there, please do. I am using Restream today because Rumble Studio has been giving me some issues, so I just want to avoid any problems, especially with my second year anniversary coming up, so I will not be streaming to Rumble for that, and I will not be streaming to Twitter. So it'll be our usual 3 platforms that I'll be on. Check Detonator, thank you so much for resubscribing. Thank you for the tier 1 for the next 3 months. Appreciate you. I gotta drink my coffee because it's gonna get cold. I hope you guys are having a really great day too. But I remain a meme lover. I would say don't be too hard on yourself, man. We all we all struggle with our faith, and I've struggled with my faith as well for years now. So I would say, keep moving forward, keep trusting in the Lord. Don't harm yourself. That would be great if you didn't do that. And stay faithful. It's really hard, and don't be alone, because the enemy will take advantage of that, and he will put more thoughts in your head. And not only that, the Lord is very forgiving. So I would say, be forgiving to yourself to some degree as well. Not saying it's easy, of course, but someone who's gone through similar things can definitely tell you it's rough out here, man. Yeah, but still is good though. Technical issues ruined about 10 hours of work on my project. Yikes. I'm sorry, Holy Ball. Hopefully you can get your stuff back in action there. I know how it feels like to have technical issues. Now, Kazi, welcome in. Tenchi, good to see you. God bless you. 7-year-old friend of mine was in rehab for a while. Got transferred to a hospital, but the rehab center wouldn't tell me what hospital. He didn't answer his phone and prayed for him last night, and I think his daughter reached out to me. Thank you for sharing that, Lester Corvo. I hope he's okay. I see. God bless you. Yes, I'm behaving. You got a little something on your cheek, cutie. It's paint. It's not Sour Patch Kids. Thank you for the lurk. Welcome in, Fury Hammer. Shout out to Mr. Icy Pants. If you guys are looking for a super-based Christian voice actor and VTuber, and you like dragons, check out Mr. Icy Pants and his wife, Kitty Pants. Really awesome family. Highly recommend checking him out. So if you haven't given him a follow already, just know he's pretty base. He plays Final Fantasy. He does D&D stuff. It's really cool. You gotta go check out his channel. Not harsh. You can be harsh on yourself to some extent, but don't abuse yourself either, if that makes sense. Have you made peace finally with what happened recently, or are you praying to get God's strength to rise above it? If you mean the plushie stuff, look, at the end of the day, I'm never gonna recommend Makeship again to people, and what they did to Straub and Rev before that is awful, and I think people should know. But yeah, no, I'm moving forward. A lot of amazing people, in the community, you guys, in the chat, who have joined recently from Leaflet's community, Rev's community, Straub's community, Side Scrollers, Powder, Banana Juju, even Nani Gachi, Mizuki probably, maybe even, and did I mention Side Scrollers? Yeah, Side Scrollers, all of them. You guys have been really amazing. Your support has been incredible, and yeah, the Makeship thing sucks, don't get me wrong, and I think that just like Advanced GG, they're going to continue to shoot themselves in the foot, and I genuinely hope that, other companies and even indies like me, Leaflet, can stand up and do something, because these times are really dark, and I think the fact that one side is being silenced really sucks. I think both opinions should be able to exist in a civil, conversation, but unfortunately we don't get that kind of, respect back. And it's I'm not even on, the far right. I don't even agree with people on the far right, because I think they take it way too far. They want to use the tactics of the left instead of being more reasonable and talking to them. And sure, some people you cannot reason with and you will never be able to reason with, but I think using brutal and excessive force is not necessary, but there can be punishments. I was actually watching a little bit of Asmund's, I don't know if it was a stream or if it was a video he was watching with Gabe before I got on stream, and he was talking about, making punishments, making things illegal. I don't think we need to use excessive brute force like the left does. I think that doesn't make sense. And it's not the way that I roll, but, either making things illegal or making it harder for them to do things that are, obviously wrong, but that they claim to be right would be, the way to go. And I think that's the way that we should, fight back. And not only that, as a Christian, being able to show the love of Christ, truly teaching people what Christianity really believes and not the leftist ideologies and liberal ideologies that have infiltrated the church in the last, couple decades and things like that, I think would be great ways to fight back. Now, if people want to use excessive brutality, they can. I'm not like that, and I'll never condone it. But we're like really divided, and I think one of the important things for people who are more conservative on the right, whatever, more like, you know, deep into Christian beliefs, we need to like try to stand together and really, you know, fight against this and not let them continue to step, because they've overstepped for like a really long time. And obviously there are people on the right, so I hate to use that terminology, you know, political terminology all the time, but it's kind of hard not to speak in that way when that's what the current climate is reflecting. But like as Christians, you know, we should stand for biblical values, for things that, you know, there is no side that is good, right? Only God is. But we should align with the people who are closest to our values and support them as much as we can. And then there's topics about like censorship and stuff that I don't really want to get into on the stream. I do have my own opinions when it comes to that, but I don't know. I feel like if we like stoop to their level and be violent animals, like, are we really better than them? I don't think so, but that's just my opinion, honestly. Eloise, God bless you. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, you know, there are a lot of obstacles. And then with the advanced GG thing, you know, I'm always going to stand by Rev and Straub because, you know, they're openly Christian, and someone who's openly Christian and fighting against the narrative is a friend of mine. So you know, it was a no-brainer to leave. You know, because if they did that to them, imagine they're going to do it to me. But also, you know, I did it more so because they're my friends. And, you know, I hate that, you know, Advanced GG and Makeship have bent the knee. And I think this FUMO is going to kind of stick it to them. So I know that things are taking a while, but Chinese New Year, you know, there's going to be a little bit of time before we get the FUMO. But rest assured that Leaflet has paid for the prototype and the design, so we're going to be getting that. And again, I'm not going to spoil what outfit it is. You guys are going to have to wait until production starts for that to know what it is, but we are working on it, and I'm going to say until the end of time, I'm not going to support Makeship, and neither should you. Don't buy from them. And I mean, if my friends ever want to, you know, do Makeship stuff themselves, that's totally fine. I have no problem with that. You know, I'm not going to stop them from wanting to have a successful campaign, but I'm definitely not going to encourage people to do it, you know? So that's how it is, man. Servant, thank you for the $1. I think I might have said it so that $5 and above the TTS reads it, but I appreciate your support, man. God bless you. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, you saw wild, man. I'm going to keep moving forward. And God has opened up a lot of doors. And again, you guys just being part of the community has been really awesome. It kind of sucks, though, to, like, grow when there's, like, drama and stuff. But I think the most important part, maybe why people are supporting me more, is because, you know, obviously I'm not going to, you know, say, F you, Makeship. Like, I'm not going to say that. Now, there's going to be a metaphorical F you when the FUMO's successful. But, like, I'm not going to, you know, be violent or, you know, start tearing them a new one on social media. I don't think it would be good, but just being able to handle it in a mature way is really important. So, yeah. See, I'm just going to get into watching it this year. But yeah, and then the other thing is like, people are upset at me about the ICE stuff. Like, look, I think that all 3-letter agencies have a problem in the United States. All of them. And they're clearly corrupt people within them, and they ruin it for everyone else. But there are people who are really working hard to, you know, get out there. They're risking their lives. They're trying to help protect the country, both inside and outside. And I just don't understand the aggressive assault against them, because it's like, if we like spiral into anarchy and there is no control, there is no order, and something happens to like you or a family member, you know, I never want to say I told you so, but it's kind of like an I told you so moment. You should not have pushed for this, because now this is the result of you pushing this. And of course, you know, as a Christian, we understand that these times are going to get more difficult. You know, the end is going to come. We don't know the exact day and hour. But we have to have some semblance of like order and control, man. Like I don't understand. And sure, there are times with the government and they still overreach, and there are still people in higher places messing around with the everyday person, right? But we can still, you know, in our communities, around each other, like still try to foster something good and have order, even if our own government has thrown us off the precipice and said, screw you guys, we just want our money and run, right? We want to still try to do something good. Now, if you don't want that, I don't know. I mean, look, it's rough, man. It's rough out here to have the opinions that I have, because a lot of people, and I've noticed this, and Leaflet has actually talked about it in her stream recently, is like, a lot of people are NPCs. You cannot have conversations with them. And I hate to say that about people, because they're people at the end of the day, even if I disagree with them. But some people I've noticed, and look, I'm not a philosopher. I'm not a scholar. You know, I have not won the Nobel Peace Prize, and I never will. But, you know, you can still have your own thought as a human being. Like, as an average everyday person, you can still think. And, you know, I know Leaflet calls people quangos now, and I think it's really funny. Like, like, I've never heard of the term quango until this woman, you know, said it. But some people just, like, I don't understand, like, how can you just repeat the same thing over and over and over and over again? Next to no original thought. You're watching your country and other Western countries fall apart. And you think it's okay. You think it's fun. You think that it's fine that these people are coming in and they're destroying everything. They're stepping on your values. And eventually, when they're big enough, they're going to end you. like, does nobody remember, like, the Quran? It says jihad. Like, they're going to do jihad, man. Like, or jihad, whatever they call it, bro. And y'all think that certain religion is a religion of peace? Like, Christianity is way more peaceful, if you ask me. And yeah, there are some people who have done things in the name of God and Christianity that are totally wrong, but I can assure you that there is nowhere in the Bible that says, you know, just go to war all willy-nilly for the fun of it and go destroy everything. Like, come on, man. So what happened to the stream that was going to happen yesterday? Okay, so the ice stream that was supposed to happen yesterday, it was going to happen, but then I guess the agents, like, higher ups, said no, and it was shot down. And unfortunately, and you know, they have to get permission to do these things, and fortunately didn't happen. So I do apologize for everybody who was looking forward to that. I was really looking forward to it. The agent was looking forward to it, but sometimes things just don't work out, and what can you do, right? You can't do much. Happy mini Easter Sol. Thank you. We can carry the what? My priest told me to buy a very specific icon. Researching now. What's up, Zeno? I'm doing well. How are you? I have to get back to work. Wish I could stay. Just say God bless. Yeah, take care, Dad Frank. Thank you for joining. Timothy, good to see you. I had a Russian Eastern Orthodox church I can attend. Hey, let's go! Hey, congratulations, Saris. I hope that you enjoy your time at the Russian Eastern Orthodox Church, man. That's awesome. Congrats. I'm really happy for you. That's great. What's going on in this corner of the internet? I did respond to that. Okay, let me see. I'll be visiting my dad later today. He's got new fractures in his back that he's getting surgery on, and it seems the cancer is spreading faster than our family hoped. I'm so sorry, Napoleon. Praying for your family, man. God bless you. You know, regardless of what happens, you know, continue to maintain your faith, and, you know, keep praying for your dad, and, you know, maybe read some Bible verses or something with him. I think that would be really nice. Fun to relief that both of you are awesome. Thank you. Good we had friends to back you up. Amen. For sure. Thank you, guys. Were you playing Fate Trigger yesterday? I saw someone with a similar name to yours. No, I don't think I was playing Fate Trigger, but I think my username is Celestium or Celestium VT. Thank you, the Jackals of Terra Argentum, for the membership on YouTube. Thank you. And I think, let me see, hold on. And Dan Hibiki, thank you so much for also becoming a member. I appreciate you a lot. God bless you guys. Thank you for your support on YouTube. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, guys, my new video, it's going to be available for everyone to view tomorrow at 12 p.m. EST. But if you want to watch it today, you can become a cool bean on YouTube. Basically, become a YouTube member. I think it's the second tier. It's also available on Patreon. So if you guys want to check that out, would mean the world to me if you checked it out. And I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. You guys are really amazing, and I'm really thankful to have this community. I really appreciate it. Did you see GG posted again? Oh yeah, Advanced GG. Yeah, they keep, you know, the funny thing about Advanced GG is that they keep, like, locking their comments. I know I'm, like, going all over the place right now, so I do apologize. Maybe it's the tism or something. Maybe I've got some tism or ADHD or something. That's why I'm jumping around like a nutcase. I'm also reading all the 3 chats. So I'm like struggling. Hey, Kettleworks, good to see you. How are you? God bless you. Welcome in. When people ask me if I'm liberal or conservative, I respond with I'm Catholic. Yeah, I'm Christian first and foremost at the end of the day. Yeah. The point of the debate is not to defeat your opponent. It's to win over the listeners to your side. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I agree with that take. The debate isn't to change someone's mind, because like in the end you're probably not going to change your mind, but for people who are more like on the fence or not as like strong in their belief, you can potentially sway their, opinion. That's a wild name. Someone's probably going to get banned if they chat today on YouTube. Oh man, gotta drink that coffee nice and black. Yeah. Christianity is not a political movement. Yep, I agree. It's not a political movement. However, I will say that politics reflect these. I think it ultimately reflects a spiritual sickness, and you can't ignore it. That's why I say as Christians, like, yeah, don't get like super heated and crazy and start tearing people apart. You have to know when to like step in and step out. Like it's a really touchy subject, but remember, it's ultimately like how we treat each other, right? Like how we treat ourselves and our neighbors, like and people in foreign places. So I would say, yeah, I like to focus on things that deal with like morality more than like, like let's say Trump, I don't know, puts like a tariff or something. Like I'm more interested about like how we're like the laws that affect us here and how we act and like what we accept, like abortion, for example, things like that clearly go against the Bible, like those things. So I would say like as Christians, it's like if you don't want to do that fight, I think that's okay, but I wouldn't like start tearing other Christians down because they're talking about politics. As long as you don't make politics your God, like anything else, right? Don't make it your God. Don't worship the leaders because they're not Christ. And it's really hard sometimes because you can get, just like anything else, you can get absorbed into it. So the problem with like saying Christians shouldn't like say anything or shouldn't talk about politics is that these things, these policies and how, we're being slowly taken over, you would think that as Christians we'd be a certain line of defense so that degeneracy doesn't happen. And sure, people have chosen the state and stuff like that, but I think that Christians can really make a stand now and be against the stuff like that's happening. I don't know. Thank you for the 200 bits, Endgate. I saw you on Leaflet stream last night. Welcome and thank you so much for the 200 bits. Christianity may not be a political movement, but Christ will always inform which way I lean. My faith is the central point of everything I am in all things. Exactly. That's a good way to look at it. That's how I try to look at it. Sometimes I struggle with it, but I think that's a good way to look at it for sure. As much as the right has allowed some progressive ideology that is against gross teachings, it is by far and away the only area that isn't blatantly against the word of God. Yeah, I gotta be careful though, because some people who go like even further right are just, they start to get violent. They're like let's destroy everybody, let's deport everyone. I don't care if they're like actually a citizen or not. And that's where I get a bleh. Actually, more worried about the Summer World Cup than the Olympics. Oh my. I wouldn't call it political to oppose evil, and the American left is unabashedly evil at this point. For sure, I agree. Chili Willy, what's up? Big fan. Good to see you, man.
Evil at this point.
How are you, my friend? You guys hanging out? Poor Jaylee. The DC folks said no. Yeah, it was so sad, man. If DC know, then that's that, yeah. Klangos have infiltrated the government agencies. What's up, Snugs? How are you? Welcome and God bless you guys. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Charlie Kirk is... if you're gonna make fun of a dead man, I'll just call you a Quango. You're a Quango. Get out of my YouTube chat. I don't want you. I'm so disgusted when I see people, and I'm gonna bring up probably a VTuber here or two. Look, if you're gonna be a disgusting rat, at least don't type, because I can assure you You are not welcome here. I've never cheered on the death of other people that I disagree with. And even if they came and tried to destroy me, I wouldn't be happy if I had to end their life to protect myself. Or somebody did it to protect me. But if you're gonna come in and cheer over Charlie Kirk, who died, you need to be put in the box with extra rubber and a straight jacket. Very good. Yeah, Advanced GG is blocking people too. I saw that. Hey, Celestium Strap said something in YouTube chat. Wait, did she? Hold on. I can't read. I'm illiterate. I can't do it. Strab. Hello. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to catch up with everything. I talk too much. Hold on. Give me a second. 1 second. I'm sorry. Do you talk to your neighbors? I have talked to my neighbors. They're pretty nice. They're probably hearing me talk right now. Hold on. Yo, Ami, what's up? Yes, indeed, we have deviated from God.
Blessed Forgiveness Sunday, Orthodox cross emoji.
Amen. Thank you for the $10 super chat. God bless you. Sorry, I'm still trying to catch up. Give me one minute. I'm almost there. I can do it. I can read. I'm not illiterate anymore. I could do it. Give me 1 second. Someone being dumb. Yeah, I had to ban them because that was disgusting. I will not tolerate somebody saying bad things about a man that tried really hard. Storm said, I agree with this, but sometimes I guess it doesn't come across that you feel this way about your post. Maybe a lot of it comes across almost rage baity. I hope you can understand where I'm coming from. Yeah, I gotta work on. I feel like I'm better at talking about
Many
how I feel.
Forget that you are more than your politics. What you do for those around you, family and friends, determines your character. Your acts must reflect your faith.
Amen. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I can see how it could come across as rage baity. I'm still working on typing better. I feel like I can get my point across in a much nicer way when I'm talking to you guys on stream. Because you can hear my tone. I do get a little, I'm going to admit, I have been getting a little bit angry lately, and there have been times where, like, I started typing something, and I've had to stop myself from finishing the sentence and just delete it because I realized how angry I'm getting and how much, I shouldn't be getting angry, or if I'm getting angry, to not, like, lash out at someone. Are you mixing YouTube chat with Twitch chat? Do you want to get banned? I mean, right now you're just seeing Twitch chat, but I have restream, so I can see all 3 chats at once. You won't see it, but I will. But yeah, thank you, Strab. I appreciate it. You're really kind, and I appreciate you grounding me there. Not grounding as in, like, you grounded me like you're my mom grounded me, but, like, grounding me as in, like, keeping me level-headed, if that makes sense. Sorry, I just thought of it. I'm like, she might think I'm saying that she grounded me, like she's my mom or something. That's not what I meant. I meant to say, like, in the context of you keeping me, like, stable or something. Dude, what is with all these random people coming into my chat like this? This is crazy. Looks like some people need to start getting. Do we have any mods on YouTube? We have a couple of haters in the chat. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. I'm trying to talk here. Might have to make it members only on YouTube, which I really don't want to do. But there are a lot of bad actors right now in my YouTube chats, so I'm not sure. Could let them talk, but it's kind of hard right now to monitor all 3 of the chats. Self-control. I mean, my self-control's okay. I still need to work on it. But Strab, if you're still here, thank you. I really appreciate you. You're really sweet. You say things more lovingly than I do. I think I've come to the point in my life where I've had enough with people stepping over, but it's good to be firm, but not give in to those kind of words that I say sometimes. But I gotta keep working on it. You're totally right. I appreciate you. I don't know if she's still here, but thank you. Thank you for being here. Are any of my mods here? I'm getting a little nervous. I feel like I might have to pull the YouTube, punish YouTube if you gotta. Is Finland bad now? I mean, I think a lot of Western European countries have gotten a little bit. Welcome in, Legal Man. Good to see you. No moderating? No, I think we might have to. What's up, you guys? Welcome in. God bless you. Well, okay. I think for today, because we do have a couple of bad actors in the YouTube chat, I'm gonna have to make it we're gonna make it subscribers only, or not subscribers, members only, because it's I don't think I have any of my mods on chat right now, so it's just really hard to keep track of what some people are saying. So I do apologize if you guys are not a member, but please feel free to join the Twitch or the Kick chat, which may or may not need something like that. Oh, man. The thing is that people can subscribe either way. I mean, I can probably make it so that if they didn't subscribe in, like, the last day. Let me see, actually. Let me double check. Hold on. If I can make it, it's like, you need to be a subscriber for at least 24 hours. That would be really cool. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay, for the last... You've had to been a subscriber for at least a day. I'm going to change it to that. I'm going to change it to sub mode. And it's going to be the sub mode where, like, you have to have been a subscriber for at least a day. So that way, any people who are new, and I can increase the number. I can make it, like, a month or something. Which sucks because there's a lot of new people, but... Have you seen the Andrew Wilson opening a pickle jar? No, I haven't. No. Patrick, thank you for the membership. Thank you. God bless you. Hopefully that helps the evil... because I've been blocking the haters here. Their messages have been deleted. I think church should be mainly a place for Christians to worship the one true God, and the followers of Christ should go out to be light of the world. Yeah, I agree with that. We need to be the salt of the earth and stuff. Yeah. Awesome. Alright, guys. Thank you for the lurks. Thank you for the follows. DP Fox, thank you for the follow. Colossus Word, thank you. Icewolf, Onasus X, thank you. Gwynplin, thank you. Lipe 22MD, Brunt Gyoza, thank you. UK Templar, thank you. Thank you. I think I'm gonna have to close my window. It's actually gonna be like a blizzard. There's gonna be a blizzard today, in the next couple of hours. Finally free from the new follower purgatory. Let's go, beast. Politics, especially identity politics, and new religion, and people don't realize how they traded on the other for the other. Yeah, some people like, anything that takes you away from God and, like, constantly takes your attention, you know, you've made it your God in your heart. Welcome in, Ohana. How are you? Notice me, senpai. What's up, Midnight? How are you, Midnight Tiger? Good to see you. Sorry it keeps you grounded for an eternity. Straub is really awesome. Actually, let me give Straub a shout out really quick.
Yesterday. Did cheese for today. Also, looks like dogs are the targets now by the peaceful religious group. If you know, you know.
Oh my goodness, Zachary, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Yeah, congratulations first and foremost for getting chrismated. And yeah, dogs are the new target. We might talk about that a little bit since we have Mumdani on here and stuff. Thank you, Matthew, for the two maple dollars. A blizzard of fist, pow pow pow. Milestone for YouTube channel. We're 200 viewers right now. Oh man, do we actually have 200 viewers right now? You guys are insane. Thank you for your support. Appreciate it. All right, so let me scroll up here. I'm trying to catch up to these chats, man. It's so difficult. Thank you guys for your support. Really appreciate it. Thank you. If you're subscribing on YouTube, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I can be a mod on YouTube if you need me. I think you've been around for a while, Blackjack. I wouldn't mind making you a mod. Can you DM me on Discord, Blackjack, with your you have to give me your email.
I used to be on the left. Watched secular talk, David Pacman and even Hassan, but as time goes on I realize all their stuff is reframing. and gaslighting. The left has been getting more violent too.
Thank you for the $10 super chat. Who was that? That was John in English. Used to be in the left watch secular taught David Pacman and even Hassan, but as time goes on, maybe yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're no longer on that side. That's awesome. Amen to that. Welcome in. Thank you so much for sharing that. I appreciate it. And thank you for the $10 super chat. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your support. So, what's on the menu for today, guys? So we've got a couple of things on the menu. The first thing is New York City is currently metaphorically on fire. And I need to apparently adjust my game before I start talking. Because apparently it's too high. Let me fix that really fast. Just so a little bit. So, New York City, right, is currently on fire because their new mayor, and I call his name is Mamdani, or that's his I don't know what his last name is, honestly. I call him Mumbani, like Mum Bumney, because bro, I just don't know what's going on. And look, New Jersey's not any better. Like, I'm across the whatever from them, and we're not much better. But these guys are metaphorically on fire. They don't want the dogs. Islam is taking over the streets. And for some reason, the snow isn't melting. And the weather hasn't been too cold lately. I mean, today it is because we're going to have a blizzard on this side of the coast. But I don't know who's worse. Who's worse? Mamdani or Gavin Newsom? Sorry. I should use his name. Like, I at this point, I genuinely don't know who's worse. So I'm going to put a poll up on Twitch. If you guys want to vote, and I'll try to do it on YouTube as well, but I don't want to waste too much time, so it's probably just going to be on Twitch here. Who is... I know Gavin Newsom is the governor of California. Not the same thing as being mayor. But they're still handling these major places. So who's worse? For real. And where's the governor of New York? Where are they? You guys have a couple minutes here for this poll. Let me know on Twitch. Who's worse between these two? You mean Patrick Bateman Newsom? What? It's New Yorkistan? It really is. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. Like, I can't tell who's worse between these two. You guys are saying Mamdani is worse than Newsom? So far, this is crazy. No, Chen.
You're from Jersey. I can imagine you saying that in a Jersey accent.
In a Jersey accent? Well, the problem is I'm from North Jersey, so no. I'm someone to North. Someone to North, shit. And there's no such thing as Central Jersey, so don't even bring it up. Who's worse? The answer, yes. I mean, they're both equally as bad at this point. But yeah. The streets are littered with snow still in New York. The snow's not melting. Apparently, Bill Gates is somehow involved in this. Conspiracy theorists say that it's sun engineering or something. And I don't know if it's true or not, but we're gonna get into it. I have a couple tabs open, quite a few tabs open. And we're gonna get to the bottom of this mystery, gang. We're gonna figure out what's going on with the snow.
Hope you're well. This is my first time watching one of your live streams. Smile.
Hi, God bless you. Welcome in. How are you? No Jersey accent here, Chan. No Jersey. If you want a Jersey accent, you gotta go watch The Sopranos. That's one of the rules for being in chat. You need to watch The Sopranos, and if you haven't watched it already, I don't know what to tell you, Chad. Yeah, it might not be well. No, I'm kidding. I'm messing. I had Discord and DM and modding for YouTube today as well. Oh, Jimothy, you don't have to, man. You're working hard, man. I appreciate it. Other things on today's menu, chat. If I can open it here. So, we've got more stuff going on in Minnesota. Minnesota. You got soda in Minnesota. Some crazy things are happening still. You know, people are still chasing ice. The transgender Minnesota Dem is saying stuff, and I don't know what's going on with that. Someone was coming, Rational Disconnect was coming after Asmund Gold, and Asmund's response was freaking insane. We've got hockey on the menu today during the Olympics, and this is why we're repping Jersey today. One of New Jersey's stars from the Jersey Devils got the winning goal, and now Canada and the White House are against each other, so we're going to be talking about that today. And then we've got some palate cleansers in between, and just crazy things that people do that are very irrational for whatever reason, and they think that they can get away with it. So we're gonna be covering a couple things today. So this might be a bit of a longer stream. I don't want it to be too long because I have to go to Costco because there's gonna be a blizzard tonight. Things are gonna close, and I have stuff, but I need to get more water. Apparently, I'm running out of water. So we're gonna be covering some of those topics. But the first topic that I want to go over is Charlie Kirk. You guys know that Charlie Kirk passed away some months ago, and one of the greatest losses in modern times, in modern America. And he had brought up, one of his clips brought up a really interesting point about Islam. He was talking at a university, I'm not sure what university it was, but there was a young lady that popped up, and she had some opinions about Islam while living here in America, and how we should not be a certain way towards people. And I can agree to be respectful to those people who are clearly trying to destroy you, but you shouldn't let them step over you. You know, there has to be like some limits, right, that we impose so that we protect ourselves, we protect our interest, and things like that. So we'll be going over that as well. For some reason my tab's closed, and it was being a goober, and all my tabs have been... someone got a copyright. JD Vance, what's going on? JD Vance. Okay, so we've got quite a few things going on here. That kind of sucks. I wanted to read that person's response, but they got copyrighted.
If you run out of water, just grab some snow.
You're right. Let me go grab the snow where everyone's car has passed by. And definitely, you're right. Let me go ahead and do that. I'll just eat the snow. You're right, chat. I should eat the snow. This is what we signed up for, is for the pink thing to eat snow. You're right, chat. I'm sorry. My bad. You're in your 20s and you watch The Sopranos? Of course. Of course. Newsom's is bad, but at least he's not communist or terrorist supporter. You know what? That's fair enough. All right, so... my mom's calling me, but the results of the poll is apparently Mamdani is way worse than Newsom by a large margin here. Give me 1 second. My mom's calling me. I'm not sure why, but I will be right back in a second. Then we'll get right into the videos and everything. Have you seen Nick Shirley's video in California? Yes, we went over that like a stream or two ago. Yeah. But going back to the whole Charlie Kirk thing. So Charlie Kirk brought up a really interesting point that if this girl didn't, like, honestly, if that did not change her worldview right then and there, I don't know what to think. But he made some really good points. So I'm going to go ahead and get this on my screen here for you guys, so we can go over this together. We can go over these tweets and stuff together. I do not believe that there is such thing as Islamophobia, and as a Christian, hopefully... Wait, is it... New Jersey is not New York. Get out of here. We're gonna go over it, so sorry guys if I don't if I don't like talk too much, or I don't respond to chat too much, I just want to, get through this as quickly as possible and not be stuck here for like 10 hours saying nothing, absolutely nothing. So we're going to go through this in a little bit here. Let me hide the chat. And let's go ahead and make them smaller here, smaller. And we're gonna go over these tweets, and you're gonna tell me, chat, was he based or was he not while he was on this earth, Mr. Charlie Kirk, who, God rest his soul, is did some really good work while he was on here, so on this earth. And to anybody who's in the chat and you're making fun of Charlie Kirk, you are not welcome in my community. I don't applaud the death of anybody. And so just know that if it were you who was sharing their beliefs and that happened to you and people were cheering on your death, you would not be happy, or someone in your own family. So you can disagree with him, you didn't have to like him, but the whole going as far as like he deserved what happened to him is absolutely disgusting. So I just want to put it out there. Okay? And mods, if you see anybody like that, ban them. I don't care. Just ban them. But anyway, Eric Daughtry, or Dougherty, whatever. I don't know who he is. Apparently he works for Right Line News and Florida Voice News. So it looks like he was from Maryland, and he is now in Florida. I'm not sure how big of a voice he is, but here's a tweet that he said that I came across and I found to be really interesting. So he said, wow, Charlie Kirk nailed it. When this woman tried defending Islam, we miss him. The woman said, I'm worried about Islamophobia. Kirk said, are you Muslim? Woman said, yes. Kirk said, what is the best model for a Muslim country? Do you enjoy not having to cover yourself in public? So he's basically just going over what Charlie said, or he kind of did a little transcript here. So let's listen to the conversation between Charlie and this young woman. I'm going to go ahead really quickly, guys, just so that I do appreciate all the support, and I'll get back to you guys later. I'm going to mute the notifications for the time being while we go over this, but I will try to be looking at chat as much as I can. Or should I not? Should I keep the notifications up? What do you think, chat? I'll just keep them up, whatever. Don't go too crazy, though.
I know that you're a Christian, and I guess my kind of concerns is like Islamophobia.
Are you Muslim?
Yes, I am.
What is the best model for a Muslim country in your view?
I guess, like...
Do you enjoy not having to cover yourself in public?
Yeah, I guess.
So that you don't like Islam very much then, because majority of Islamic countries would require you to have full garb in public.
That's not fair to say that.
You literally could not dress like this in the streets of Riyadh as a woman. This is way too provocative, way too much skin. You as a woman, you don't have freedom of speech, you can't run for public office, you can't own property. Islam is against Western values, it's incompatible with Western values, and we in the West actually think you should have the rights that you have right now to speak and to be able to show, the skin you show here, and be able to have a happy life.
I know that you're a Christian, and
yeah. So obviously this is an edited clip. We don't know the full conversation here. But in all honesty, like, she has a lot more rights here than any other Middle Eastern country that she's part of. Like, you could not dress, that woman could not dress like that. I couldn't even dress like my VTuber. Actually, I wouldn't even be allowed to have a VTuber if I lived in a Middle Eastern country. And so, I know that America is a quote-unquote melting pot, salad, whatever you want to call it, different cultures and people, but there are certain values that are not compatible with our values, with the way that our country, was founded. And it doesn't mean that we hate these people. I mean, I don't hate them. Sure, they hate me and they want me dead because I'm Christian. But I wouldn't hate them. Of course, I'm not going to let them just step all over me either, right? We don't want to do that. But I think that it's important to recognize the liberty that you have here compared to these countries to this religion that you're mentioning. And so it's not Islamophobia to because people criticize Christianity all the time. Does that mean that they're, Christophobic or whatever? There's another word for it, but I don't like it because it just means religion, anti-religion in general. Not atheist, it's another one. But if you're against, like, Christianity, right? And you don't agree with us, and you criticize it, does that mean that you hate us? I mean, I don't know. But truly, like, Islam, like, when you look at the Quran, there are some things in there that I'm like, bro, there's no way. And either these Muslims are cultural Muslims when they come here or whatever, or they're playing dumb, or they don't know their religion very well. But your religion encourages men to hit women if they quote-unquote misbehave. You know, there are Christians and ex-Muslims that have broken down the Quran and the different, you know, major beliefs that people, you know, go against, right? So I don't understand. Like, you enjoy our freedom, you're here in this country, but you're trying to say that we're wrong, that Christianity is wrong, that we're being phobic. We're not throwing, you know, if anything, Muslims are Christian phobic, because in the Middle East, and obviously it could happen here, but on a much smaller scale, I don't know. But in the Middle East, Christians have been losing their lives for thousands of years, man. Like, for as long as Christianity has been around, and even like Jewish people before them have been killed for their beliefs in God, in the one true God, the God of the Bible. Now, obviously, Jewish people deny Christ, so they do not have the fullness of the truth in any capacity. So even though we come from them, right? Christianity comes from Judaism. You know, Christianity is the one true religion. We believe in the one true God. So, I don't know. I mean, people say like, oh, you know, Christians have a persecution complex, but there are Christians being actively killed in the Middle East for their beliefs, and we are being silenced in the West for standing on biblical ground. So, I mean, if anybody's phobic, it's you guys, to be honest. Like, I'll never understand people saying we're Islamophobic. JD got copyrighted? No, JD Vance didn't get copyrighted. It was the person he was responding to. So, I don't know, man. Like, Christians are somehow always under fire for having the most based beliefs ever. Like, Christ never said to hit women or to strip them of their freedom. Like, yeah, sure, men should be in leadership, and I believe that they should be heads of the households and in charge. But that doesn't mean that Christians are abusing women. Now, are there Christian men, quote-unquote Christian men, who abuse this? Of course. There are men who abuse it, but, you know, submission is not a bad thing, and biblical submission, you know, isn't like, oh, your woman will never have an opinion, but the man does have the final say, and, you know, he's leading you and all that other stuff. So, I don't know. I think Christianity is a really great religion. I think it is truly the religion of peace and love, but there's also structure and order, you know, that God has created from the start, and people don't like that. People want to continue in their debauchery, and people don't realize just how dark Islam is. Like, I'm going to talk about it a little bit and maybe you guys have watched one of Asman's like recent streams and videos and stuff. Maybe you've watched other people like Jay Dyer who have broken down, you know, geopolitical things. But when Muslims are in the minority in the country that they're in, they're very passive. Then they're the religion of peace. But once they've become the majority or they're gaining numbers and ground, they can do jihad. They can start, you know, taking over. They can start destroying everything. They can start forcibly converting people to Islam or, you know, ending their lives. It's not funny. It's not a game. It's not a joke. And you know what? If I get banned, if I don't get Twitch partner, if I don't get anything because of this, so be it. I'd rather, you know, stand for the truth. Now, are all Muslim people like evil and ready to, you know, destroy every Christian? No, but their leaders and the people who are infiltrating are. So I'm not saying this to all Muslim people. Like, I'd still love and respect you. But at the same time, like, your religion is very much in clash with mine. It is not, like, I've always said this, and I'm going to continue to say this. Islam is a copycat religion. It is a copy of Christianity, and it's a very bad copy at that. You guys know the meme where it says, you know, you can copy my homework, just change it up a little bit. That's literally Islam right there. They have to switch it up. And it's so perverted, and it's so disgusting. Like, Allah, bro, very sexual. It's gross. And let's not even get into like child marriages and stuff like that, bro. It's weird. It's not good. It is counter to everything that we stand for. Now, they might have some stuff that are good, but it is overshadowed by the overwhelmingly bad stuff that's in the Quran and the Hadiths. And ex-Muslims who've converted to Christianity could talk about this way better than me. And if you guys have watched Jay Dyer, he goes over this stuff. He's a pretty based Orthodox Christian that I like watching, mostly for his geopolitical stuff. So if you haven't watched him, I think that it's worth giving him a watch to kind of like understand geopolitical stuff that's going on and how these different groups are infiltrating and trying to destroy, Christian values in Western countries. It's really sad. And if you guys look at what's going on in the UK, I mean, a lot of death in the streets. People like are not safe. And they're being taken by, these groups. And it's only a matter of time before it completely consumes us here in America. And then what are we going to do? I'd much rather be under like a Christian monarchy than Islam. I don't know about you guys, but at the very least, like, I know I'm going to be saved and not executed for my beliefs. Sharia law is not compatible with Western common law? Exactly. I noticed a lot of young college people that are once crying about these things in a country with constitutional rights. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like, the thing about Christianity, and look, Asman is an atheist, Asman Gold. But at the very least, like, I know that he is, like, he'd rather be in a Christian country, a country with Christian values, than a nation overruled by something like Islam. Now, I hope someday he converts to Christianity. I think he would be a great, spokesperson once he had, like, a couple years under his belt in the faith and everything. But yeah, if you would rather be under like an Islamic regime, America's not the place for that. I genuinely would not want you here until you change your mind, because it's actually very violent. It's very scary, the things that those people believe, and once you start like digging deep into it, man, it's rough. Anti-theist? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a word, but like I feel like if you use anti-theist, like you're going against religion as a whole. Like there's no specific, phobic word for like Christianity. But you can say like anti-Christian, like anti-Christ would be probably like more the sentiment if we wanted to kind of use like a terminology. Muslims are in... Yeah, and there are Muslims that are like trying to convert to Christianity, like in the Middle East, bro, and they can get killed. Their family can like hand them over and they're done. There's actually like documentaries of stuff like this, and in my old church, when I was like still non-denominational, they went over a documentary. I think it's on YouTube. I'm not sure though, and I can't remember the title right now, but they were going over how people in the Middle East, they can't like openly practice like Christianity there, or else they get killed. It's really rough, man. Christophobia needs to be a term. I agree. I've been trying to say that, but people are like, oh no, it's like, they're theistophobia or whatever. And I'm like, no, there has to be a word for like Christianity. Like, besides like antichrist, like phobia of Christianity. This reminds me of a guy who told me some pro-Palestine people who were LGBTQ+, that Palestine does not support gay rights. And they even might be physically harmed if they went over to Palestine. They were clueless about it, and you could see their gears turning in real time. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, look, Christians are not for LGBT. We do not affirm the LGBT. And I have been very open about that. That's gotten me in a lot of trouble. But just because we are not pro-LGBT does not mean that we hate people, right? We are not for the sin of, being part of that. Now, unfortunately, Islam takes this like further, and they will end your life. If they know that you are part of it, you are done. You are cooked. You are going to be executed. Execute order 66 or something. Like, you're gonna be cooked, man. It's not funny. Like, at least with Christians, like, even though we know it's a sin, we're not gonna do that to you. Now, that's a good Christian in good mind. They're gonna talk to you about it and say that it's wrong, and we might vote for policies that make it harder for LGBT, maybe. But at the end of the day, like, we're not going to execute you for being that. Now, are there people who say that they're Christian and do that? Of course, but like, the Bible doesn't say that. You can choose to believe in God. You're not forced to believe in God. No one's going to force you to believe in Jesus. Jesus wants you to come to him out of your will, right? That you decided that you wanted to do that. And if you don't want to do that, like, we can dust off our feet and move on. Like, I'm not going to force you. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But to say that, oh, Islam is a better religion than Christianity, Muslims are way better, like, you have no idea what those people believe. They if they could have you dead, they'll have you dead, man. It's wild to me. But yeah. So again, Charlie Kirk here, he spoke facts. Like, there's no doubt that this man spoke actual facts. And I would love to have seen the full, conversation between him and her. I don't know if it's like on his channel or on somebody else's channel. But he spoke facts, man. So, more Charlie Kirk statements here. Let me see. Hold on. We'll get into the New York stuff in a little bit, but I think there was like another Charlie. Let me see that. So this is another Charlie Kirk clip. This was uploaded on the 21st by this person on their channel, but I'm sure that this has been around longer than that. So it says Charlie Kirk, if you're studying economics and they're not teaching you Thomas Sowell, you're not going to get an education. You're getting an indoctrination. So let's see.
For example, what are you studying? Can I ask?
Economics.
Okay, so what do you think of Thomas Sowell?
I actually really like him. I bought his book, Basic Economics.
Great.
He's one of the first economists I
Do
really
they
looked
teach it
at.
here?
Not yet, but also I've only been
Okay,
for like
so now
1
you're proving
year.
my point. If you're studying economics and they're not teaching Thomas Sowell, you're not getting an education, you're getting an indoctrination.
Well,
and you're
no.
being scammed.
Okay.
Milton
So I have no idea who Thomas Sowell is. Like, I'm not into economics. Does anybody in chat know who he's talking about? Is that someone I should read?
Friedman. Do they teach Milton Friedman here?
No, but I'm aware of him.
Okay, Ludwig von Mises.
I'm aware of him, but no.
Murray
Well,
Rothbard. Hold on.
No.
F.A. Hayek.
No.
Frederick Bastiat.
No.
You're not getting economics education, you're getting an indoctrination. You should know every single, it's not your fault, but what you're paying for or going into debt for is not a real economic education. Those are the people that theorized about free markets, which is a legitimate school of thinking. Monetarism, private property rights, and the fact that I'm not criticizing you, I'm criticizing the institution that's failing you, that you don't know what these people believe and you're not being taught that rigorously, proves my point that college is a scam.
Dude, that's insane. Like, I don't even know who the guy is, but like, free market sounds really nice. I think we're like in an oligarchy right now in America, like corporatism. Some people even say like late stage capitalism, which I don't know if it's like really accurate. I'm not like an economist, so we're not gonna get like into economy here, but Charlie Kirk, I think like after he had passed away, TPUSA, they have like homeschooling materials, I think, for like kids. And I actually ended up downloading some of this stuff for myself because I'm like, in the future I'm going to have kids. Maybe I can teach them something from here. And so him just saying that, like, I mean, yeah, college for the most part is a scam. And I did go to college. I'm still technically in college, but for like accounting, for like a more useful degree, right? But for the most part, like, wow. So let's see what this guy says here. So the young man that Charlie's talking to is better off than most students. He sought Thomas Sowell out himself on his own time. Most other students will not be so fortunate. Our schools are failing our youth, and that's why they're objectively failing behind the global standard. He's probably a millionaire by now after talking to Charlie Kirk. By the end of this debate, you could sense his voice. The young man realized that he would need to seek out his own education, not rely on being spoon-fed by these teachers. Self-taught people rule the world. And honestly, if I get the opportunity to homeschool my future kids, I really want to, and I want to learn alongside with them because there's probably stuff that even when I was in school, I probably didn't learn. But yeah, I mean, I agree. The education system in America, it's been an indoctrination camp for like a really long time. And people like to, I think it's like even illegal and probably in some states to like homeschool, your kids. And it's kind of weird. It's kind of really weird that's happening. Also, am I actually frozen? Hold on. Thomas Sowell is brilliant. Brilliant man. I'm gonna have to pick up a book. I have so many books I need to read though, so maybe not now though. Thomas Sowell is a black economics that breaks down for the layman. He's a brilliant man. You know of him, Sowell's a goat. 2 audiobooks. He's a famous black philosopher of sorts. I respect him a lot. Based? Okay. So they hate Thomas Sowell. That's wild. Hey, Kodiak, God bless you, man. How are you? I don't know if you got shouted out, yo. I got you. Give me a second. Hold on. Good to see you. We're just, we're talking about, of Charlie Kirk right now. And we're gonna go into New York really quickly because craziness. But shout out to Kodiak. Really awesome brother in Christ. He really supporting me and Leaflet with the plushie stuff. So he's been really cool. Thank you, Cody. I appreciate you, man. I'm glad that you're here. It's good to see you. Hope you're having a good Sunday so far. Hopefully you went to church. Thank you, Little Dotes, for the 20 bits. Let's see what you said here. I keep saying Howard Zinn did so much damage. Homeschool your kids. Public education's too broken and needs to be gutted and redone. That's true. Happil Saw said, if anyone happens to read this, I would appreciate it if you could pray. Then I find strength and courage to stand against the world for Christ. I have a problem with pride, which results in me fearing the world too much. Oh, man. Yeah, prayers for you, man. Thank you, Lola Dots, for the 20 bits. I appreciate it. Clip Siren, thank you for the follow. Adux Debates, thank you for the follow. Brian Gil Martin, thank you for the follow. Goldfish Mine, thank you for the prime.
Environment is great.
Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Appreciate it. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for your recommendations, guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Father Juan, thank you for the follow. Storm Revenant for the follow. Desar Robot Warrior, thank you. For NNON3KO, thank you. Mick Tom, thank you for the support. Happy Sauce, thank you so much for the 200 bits. Wandering One, thank you for the follow. It's Slider, thank you for the follow. Nataku DH, thank you so much for the follow as well. Sir Zex, thank you for the follow as well. Engage Target, thank you for the 100 bits. Honestly, Leaflet is how I discovered you. My VTuber pipeline has been a journey. Started with Cha-Cha, then Alana, Kirsha, Straub, Leaflet, and now you. I never watched streamers until September 2025. Well, I'm glad that I could be part of your VTuber pipeline. Appreciate it. DB Pox, thank you for the follow, and thank you guys for your support. On Kick, thank you, Mick Mangler, for the follow. My Zephyr, thank you for the follow. Mr. Lano, thank you. Jinjo, thank you. Roland, thank you. Sirius Kovac VT, thank you for the follow as well. Cordian Keikaku, thank you. World and Fighter, thank you for being subscribed for the last 2 months. Your support on Kick, thank you. Your support means a lot. Hanzo, thank you for the follow. And Keto Burrito, thank you so much for the follow as well. Appreciate you guys for everything. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for helping me reach some goals on Kick. I think that we're getting closer and closer to verification. It's the last thing that I need is to have an average of 50 viewers for the last 30 days. And I know that viewership has gone up on Kick, so I appreciate you guys a lot. I don't know if they treat lurkers as bots, but I know on Twitch, if you're not if you're lurking, you need to do some activity like every 15 to kind of like 20 minutes, or else it'll make you a bot. And there's a whole thing right now with Twitch like miscounting how many people are really like watching. So, woo, a lot of stuff going on there. Thank you, Nobody, for the $2 super chat. God bless you. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. King Demi, thank you for the $2 super chat. If you're out of water, just grab some snow. I read that earlier. Thank you for your support. Appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing and everything, you guys. We have 244 viewers on YouTube. Oh man, that's insane. Thank you for your support. Really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Zombie Slayer 5P, thank you for the follow. KO, thank you for subscribing on YouTube. God bless you. But yeah, I totally agree. You know, we gotta do. I would really love to homeschool my future kids. I was not homeschooled. My parents were actually never married. And my mom raised me by herself. I guess technically she kind of made it that way though. My dad was still in my life to some extent, of course, but you know, my mom just made it really difficult. So, it really sucks, man. I think that. I don't know. It sucks that homeschooling is seen as a curse, but there's some of the most educated people. When you're an accountant, you should know this. Know what? Okay. There's a difference between being an accountant and being like a financial like forecaster. There's a difference. Accountants look back at the numbers, and we do critical thinking to make sure like your things like your taxes, your books and stuff are in order. Understanding some level of tax law. People who are like in finance, they have to project and think ahead, and they have to use different calculations from accounting. There is some overlap between the two, but we are not the same thing. An accountant is not we're not financial advisors. Or you can be. I mean, you can go into financial, but like we don't forecast things like finance people do. It's different. It's a different set of skills. It's not the same thing. A corporatocracy? Remember you told him Charlie Kirk? Amen. You should read Thomas Sowell, Milton Friedman. Okay, I'm taking notes. I'm gonna do it. Stop bullying me. Stop it. I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay, my mom is calling me again. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me a moment. Alright, sorry about that. Colleges and banks are scams. I do need to do research on punk subculture though. That's funny. Never thought I would watch VTubers, no offense, starting watching almost less than a year ago and finally accepting Jesus. Found Christian Anime Podcast because of him and saw his video on you a couple days ago. Love the comment, God bless. Thank you, I appreciate it. Welcome in. Yeah, no, I take no offense. You know, VTubers, it's a mixed bag and sometimes, you know, you get the clangos. Anyway, Jeffar, thank you for the $100 super chat. God bless you too. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. You never have to, but it's always a blessing to see you here. Thank you. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a good Sunday. I hope you went to church. Hope it was good. The bigger issue with homeschooling is making sure you find ways for your kids to socialize with other kids so they don't turn out super weird. I mean, yeah, that's fair, but I think there's ways, like, especially if you're, like, in a community that encourages, like, you know, homeschooling, you'll probably be fine. And there's activities, and they can join sports and other stuff. Annoying Polly, good to see you. God bless you. On homeschooling, don't do it alone. I was homeschooled. My sister homeschools her kids. Find a homeschool group you can trust. This helps spread this responsibility and time dramatically. You also build a community. Yeah, totally. I agree. Quango mentioned. So what breaks lurker mode? So you have to chat. So at least on Twitch, and I'm gonna try to do this on Kick as well. I have a lurk redeem and I have a lurk command. I think the lurk command might work on Kick, but I'm not sure. But basically, just doing that breaks the lurking thing and whatever. And also, I don't think you can have your audio muted. And you can't watch more than like 2 streams now at a time on Twitch, or else it will not count. So, I love how natural Quango has become a thing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's co-op. Co-op is good too for homeschooling, yeah. Lord Front, hello. What kind of music do you like? I really like Christian music. I like K-pop, J-pop, indie music. I know that's not very specific. I really like listening to Joji, whatever genre Joji is, because at this point, bro has like 1,000,005 genres of music that this guy does. I was homeschooled, and I thank my mom for that, because I would have been suspended for debating kids on whether abortion is murder. Oh man, Joji, yeah, Joji, aka Filthy Frank. Obviously he doesn't go by Filthy Frank anymore, but Joji. Pixelated kisses got me going insane. A million miles away. For a second, baby. If you never hear from me, all the satellites are down. Yeah. Oh, okay. Is that Filthy Frank? Yeah. I mean, obviously, he doesn't go by Filthy Frank, the filth of the Frank anymore. And yes, welcome to the rice fields. It's time to stop. Filthy Frank, is that you? How do I reply to on my browser with my phone? Currently using Brave browser on my phone. I have no idea. Click buttons. I don't know. I don't really. I guess I use Twitch, but I'll just add people. People are so mad about his new album. They're like, bro recycled a bunch of music and it sounds unfinished. I don't even want to say the title of the thing because it's a little vulgar, not gonna lie. Thank you, Jim Farm. You're the best, Jim Farm. Thank you. Thank you for your support, Jim Farm. Thank you, Engage Target, for the 200 bits. Thank you. Let's see. I was homeschooled. I got my... Wait, hold on. Let me pull this up. I got my interaction through church, and it was plenty. Now I'm an electrician and making more money than I would have if I stuck with college. Highly recommend. Based. Vivo Cat, thank you for the follow. It's Cousin Vinny, thank you. It's Cousin Vinny. David, thank you for the follow. God bless you guys. Thank you for your support. Alright, so next tweet. So, like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be talking about New York. And Mom Donnie, who you guys think is worse than Newsom, apparently, he's going to be passing some bills or something, or some laws, so that people in New York City get taxed more for Lord knows what at this point. Because apparently New York is running out of money. And of course it's being mismanaged because they're accepting illegal people, illegal aliens, and trying to fund things that he shouldn't. He's irresponsible with money. So the Democrats are now angry. Golmet, I'm not a bot.
Not a bot.
Thank you, Leaflet Follower Waifu. God bless you. Thank you guys for helping me with my goal on YouTube for the super chats. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your support. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. God bless you. I hope you're taking care. Thank you so much. But yeah, basically, Mamdani is being irresponsible with money. Also, Victus Rex, good to see you. God bless you. I feel like I just saw your message and now it's gone from my site and I feel really bad. I swear I just saw it. Oh, you said that Thomas Sowell was brilliant and... Oh, you were the one who said the neo-Marxist stuff. That's funny. Oh, man. But yeah, Mamdani has been ruining New York. Now, thankfully, I don't live there, but I'm close. And, I mean, my governor, Mickey, whatever her name is, that got elected through fraud, I'm sure. I think Jack Citarelli should have won. I think New Jersey has been getting... It's been inching closer to being red in the last couple of years, but there's always something that messes up these votes. But either way, we're talking about New York City. So the Democrats in New York City are mad because they're going to be taxed more money. But you voted this guy in. So what are you crying for? You voted, this is what you voted for. And I don't want to bring up Jeffrey EpiPen. I have to say Jeffrey EpiPen. I don't want to say his name. And if you get it, you get it. If you don't, whatever. Apparently, this guy's mom was in a bunch of photos with Jeffrey EpiPen, and some people say that might even be his dad. I don't know where those rumors come from. But if in any way, shape, or form, his mom was involved, and now he's, mayor of New York City. Maybe all the pieces are coming together, and the conspiracy theorists are getting vindicated. So again, Democrats are mad. This person here, SNS, said, Step 1, tax the rich. Step 2, the rich leave. Step 3, celebrate the rich leaving. Step 4, the government still needs revenue. Step 5, the tax base shrinks. Step 6, you are now the richest person in the room. Step 7, raise taxes elsewhere. Step 8, you now have to pay a lot of taxes. Step 9, meltdown. Step 10, say socialism wasn't done the right way, and try again. Socialism is just an infinite loop of yes, do that, followed by no, not like that. That's not socialism when it actually happens. The entire ideology is just being surprised by consequences forever. And facts. Dude, I could have sworn I deleted this AI moderator thing. It's actually really annoying. Can I turn this off? Can I turn off this stupid AI? Who cares about bullying, dude? There's no bullying going on here. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on with Kik's AI, but it's absolutely awful. But anyway, let's watch this.
The greatest respects. In every campaign speech, in every debate where you engage, we opened our ears to listen. Now today, accept the words echoing from us now. Do your job as mayor and leave our taxes out.
Having only two options. You're saying if we don't tax the rich, then I gotta increase property taxes. We are not a pawn in Southeast Queens. We are not part of your negotiation tactics. Zoran Mondani, you are out your goddamn mind.
The mayor, with the greatest respects.
I mean, it sounds like you guys are out of your mind for voting him in. Like, what do you mean? Huh? Like, hello? What's this? The fork in the outlet. Don't do this at home, kids. Everyone else who gets this shit has gotten hurt. Everyone else did it the wrong way. Dude, this meme is for real, man. When the top income earners pay the most already, saying make the rich pay their fair share when they already do should cause everyone to question who is not paying their fair share, the middle and low income earners, or look at other countries and see what happens. I mean, I think small business owners are the ones who actually end up paying most of the tax, and it's not really like the super rich, and then the people in the middle always get like screwed over. Wait, so we're not getting all the free stuff. This is wild. Socialism only works if people aren't allowed to leave. This is called slavery. So yeah, socialism works if you advocate for slavery. Your call. James, this guy said, the American Revolution was based on the concept of no taxation without representation. Now we have either a single party, super majority, California, New York, or a federal two-party uniparty. We are back to where we started, taxed to death with no voice in our own government, which is true. And for the election, free stuff. After, not so free stuff, must higher taxes. The problem with socialism is you eventually run out of other people's money. Margaret Thatcher. Was this woman based or not? I feel like I've heard of her before. Probably have. Yeah. Oh, actually, we are going to go over that. Really, I don't know if that's the next tweet. Hold on. So, we're going to go into the New York snow shoveling stuff because I think it's ridiculous what they're trying to do with that. But first, before we go into the New York tax stuff, and I don't know what is on my screen that's like buffering right now. Let me see. What is that thing that's buffering on my screen? Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on.
Glad I found you from the Cam collab. I wouldn't have found you without it. You doing a great job. May God bless you and people in chat.
Hey, thank you. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for the $5 super chat. That was Junebug. Glad I found you from the Cam collab. Oh, from Camelot? Yeah, Camelot. That was fun. Yeah, Camelot's he's a character. He made me laugh a lot. Pretty. You mean Camelot? I think you're talking about Camelot. Just let me know in chat if you were. God bless you. Welcome and thank you. So, you guys know the history of New York. If you're an American, 9/11 is a very touchy subject. There's a lot of information and perhaps misinformation. Now, I was a baby. I didn't know what was going on. You know, I'm in Jersey. People, we're going home. School's getting canceled. I'm sure for the people who are like millennials and older, you guys probably remember what was going on. And 9/11 was an event that, and I might sound like a conspiracy theorist here, and maybe I won't say it so I don't get like bonked off the platforms, but I think our government had a hand in that, to be honest. But this person here, Tommy Robinson, he's a journalist, I suppose. He said here, 25,000 years after 3,000 Americans were massacred in 9/11, Muslims closed New York City streets, openly declaring, "We are taking over." And obviously he spelled taking wrong, but it's all good. We're going to go ahead and watch this because apparently Muslims have been flooding the New York City streets, doing open prayers, being chaotic. And I haven't been to New York in a while, since I was let go from my work, but it's kind of insane. So, but didn't Jack perform worse than the last election? It's sad to see. Also, a lot of New Jersey Republican residents left for greener pastures, like Florida. Also, some immigrant county strongholds like voted for Trump in 24, but made a huge U-turn in 25 governor race due to the ICE raids. I know this because you're from there. Yeah, there was like a lot of stuff, man. I guess I thought Jack did a little bit better than last time, but yeah, a lot of like Republicans have left New Jersey. It's really sad. It's really sad to see, but green pastures, I guess. Yuri Bezmenov definitely needs to be brought up. Who's that? Who's Yuri Bezmenov? I hate that you put the little baby, that little AI baby. Hold on, let me see. Who's this Yuri person you're talking about? Give me a second. Thank you for the 100 bits, by the way. I see Dead People. Thank you so much for the follow. Mystic Matt, thank you for the 500. Les Lent, and yes, Margaret Thatcher was Prime Minister in the UK and one people credited with helping to bring down the Soviet Union. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. Yeah, I feel like I definitely heard her name a lot. Okay, so this is someone who's been remembered for their anti-Marxist and anti-Soviet lectures and books. And they passed away in 1993. They were born in Russia and died in Canada. I don't know if we're really gonna go into that. I don't have enough knowledge myself. Hello, friend. The Warbear Kodiak says hi. Hello, cousin Vinny. Thank you. Yeah, he was there. I gave him a shout out earlier. So I don't know everything about like Marxism. I know it's really bad, and I have like probably a surface level understanding. So I don't know if I want to. We would have to watch like a video or something, because I don't have a lot of knowledge, and I don't want to like misspeak or anything. Tony Robinson is a Brit political advocate, but he's strange to say the least. We need all of our Amelias. Yeah, we do need Amelia. Yeah. If you guys haven't watched the Skybrow videos on Amelia, it's pretty good bop, honestly. But yeah, so 9/11, really tragic. Again, I think our government had a hand in that, but that's as much as I'm gonna say, so we don't get, the streams badoonked by somebody. But a lot of crazy stuff, man. But now we're letting these people in. So
yo, make some noise from the mother water right now, baby. Mashallah, yeah.
Bro said mashallah.
Don't scare them, brothers. Relax. They're over here on purpose to be like, oh my God. Who's seen those videos where they're like, oh my God, the Muslims are taking over New York? So you seen those? You seen those? Let them know that we are
Bro, I'm not, okay, I don't want to dox myself, but like, I've seen some really crazy stuff in New York City, man. Things that you know that there are demons in that city, man. Like, I've seen it.
Taking over New York City. Takbir! Oh my God. Giving that, yo.
Yeah, which God are you talking about? Friggin' insane. Yuri Bezanov's interview is required viewing? Okay, we can watch that. I think we have some time. I might not be able to watch the whole thing because at some point we gotta go. A lot of chatters know ball if they bring up Yuri. Okay, let me. It's on YouTube, right? Is the Yuri? But sorry, I keep mispronouncing his name. Not this again. Why do you do this to me? Why are you like this? Why must you do this to my existence? Ooh, Fox You Woman is streaming. Kirsha. Okay. Hi, Kirsch. Okay, so this is a 13-minute clip. And this is the full interview, and it's an hour and a half long. Okay. We can watch the 13-minute video first, and then maybe like next stream we can watch the whole thing. What do you guys think? Is that a good idea? Because I do have to run to do some shopping with my mom, so I can't like stay the whole time, and I still have more stuff to go through. Does that sound good? Is that a good plan? Or we can just wait to watch the whole thing on the next stream. That could be the next stream, if you guys want. He was a Cold War KGB defector who talked about the wide-reaching subversive communist sympathizers. Oh boy. He was right. I see David would responded to that video saying they rolled up on them. Oh goodness. Equivalent to side rollers calling toggle. Yurazan is a guy from the USSR that defected. He said he hears how the commies will try to subvert you decades ago, and then things pretty much happened after that. Okay. I don't mean any of the inside jobs conspiracy. It was clearly a jihadi attack on America. I mean, that's fair. I know what you mean. Just a little Ramadan party, I guess. Muslims worship a god of hatred, pretty much. Run all the heretics over? That's not right. That's not nice. I mean, I think that, like, I'm telling you, like, unless New York City hits rock bottom, these Democrats will never, like, wake up. But I think they're getting to the point where they're going to hit rock bottom real soon. I saw a dude in Manhattan in a demon mask walk around in a Speedo and boots, and it was like 2014, my first trip to Manhattan. Yeah, no, I've seen some really crazy things in Manhattan, man. I just can't talk about them because it would dox me, but it's crazy stuff. I wonder what would happen if there's a counter mass prayer of Christians. They would probably get arrested. That's probably what's going to happen. 13 now, yes? Okay. Chat, why do you guys have Chinese 5G song? The short one is the most important part. Okay. You have to take her shopping for the blizzard. Okay, so what I will do is tomorrow, because on Tuesday I have a sponsored stream. It's not a paid sponsorship, but we're going to be playing a game. Tomorrow we can go over the Yuri Bezma video. We'll watch the 13-minute video first, because it seems like you guys are saying it's like the most important. And then we will do the full interview tomorrow. Let's save it for next. Let's do it for tomorrow. Tomorrow at 6. Tomorrow at 6 we'll do it. I'll make the thumbnail later when I get back. No, I don't think New York has hit rock bottom yet. I think they're inching closer and closer. Jim Farb, thank you for becoming a member. God bless you. Thank you. Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, please no self-promotion. No self-promotion? You mean I can't promote my own stream and my own thing? That's crazy. Well, I guess I'm fired. My bad. Alright, so we went over the Charlie stuff. I'm Donnie. We went over this clip here. And here's another clip. So this person said, this is from Wall Street Apes. This is not the Middle East. This is Ramadan prayer in New York City. Muslims do not do this in their own home countries. They only come out of masses to pray in public spaces in the countries they are conquering. Tolerance in America will end with us becoming the UK, which I agree.
هل جزاء الإحسان إلا الإحسان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان ومن دونهما جنتان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان هل جزاء.
That's wild, dude. Is that true? Are there any ex-Muslims in the chat or current Muslims who would who would be willing to say if this is true or not? Take care, Kingle Monitor. God bless you. Take care. We have Mecca? I mean, at this point, you might as well put the black stone in the middle of Times Square. You might as well. Like, this is ridiculous, dude. Ramadan is a sacred time of devotion, discipline, and spiritual growth for Muslims. How fragile must someone's faith be to feel threatened by others peacefully practicing theirs? It's ironic that some people who claim to champion freedom end up promoting division instead. Taraweeh prayers in Times Square simply affirm that Muslim Americans are just as American as anyone else. Come on, stop spreading religious intolerance in the land of the free. So this is this guy. So let's see what he put here. Oh, of course he puts copyrighted music. Yeah, like these countries, bro, they have to like cover women up. Like you can't even show your ankles, bro. Don't even show your wrist. You can't show nothing. Prayers on the street is a way for Islamists to show their dominance. It has nothing to do with religion. The top Arab countries very well know that, and it's completely banned in Saudi and the UAE. If they can do it, what's stopping the non-Muslim countries? It's because we've sold our country over. What is this meme is wild. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, dude, New York is so cooked, bro. I'm so glad I don't live there. I used to want to live in New York, but like, it's not only is it so expensive, it's just ridiculous. Your point about tolerance ending with us becoming like the UK reflects anxiety over perceived cultural changes and limits of assimilation. That's a broader debate about multiculturalism versus integration, and it's one many countries grapple with when large immigrant populations visibly practice their religion. So some people are for it. Obviously others are not. I don't know, man. What's going on? I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, if Christians were to do what these people are doing, I'm sure they'll get arrested or something. Freaking insane. All right, so I don't know if this is New York. So I'm gonna actually skip. I'm gonna come back to these other tabs first. I should have just put this in order because we're still talking about Mamdani. So going back here, you guys, if you live on the East Coast, you know that there's a blizzard coming, and New York City is in the line of sight. And you would think that, you know, we want to prepare for this storm. We want to get our goodies. We want to get the water. We want to get the soap. We want to get the toilet paper. We want to get the salt for the snow. And apparently, after the last snow that happened, right, in the last couple of weeks, and I was, I got like a foot of snow at least, and so did New York City, the snow ain't melting. And well, apparently now that it's melting, or has melted to some degree, human poop is on the ground, which is really gross. Feces. Yucky. And it just seems like what is going on in New York? People are getting angry, seeing their sidewalks covered in poop once the piles of snow have melted. I lived in the city my whole life and I ain't seen no like this. Seems San Francisco and New York City are in competition. So let's listen to this clip.
Bro,
That's disgusting, bro. Ugh.
this sidewalk
I hope you're not eating.
is filled with shit. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm scared I'm gonna step in it.
Ugh.
But y'all, I ain't never seen no shit like that. Pun intended.
Pun intended. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's snowing right now. I'm freezing, bro. I have to close the window. I don't know why I left it open. I was like mopping earlier before I started streaming, but I gotta close the window because it's cold. It's very cold right now. I don't know how bad the snow is. I actually forgot to warm up my car before, whatever. I gotta submit to my New York City poop map. I'm like, San Fran, they're turning into the first world city into third world poop hole. That's gross. Worse than pigeons, yeah. Tell me that's just dog poop? Well, apparently it's not. Some people are saying no. So I don't think I have it here. Hold on. So talking about snow here, right? First of all, that's disgusting. And if you, like, I'm not eating and I already feel sick to my stomach. Like, that's so disgusting. You guys saw that? That was so gross. But you know what's even worse? Is that with this incoming blizzard that we have, apparently if you want to go shovel snow, you need to have ID. You need to have ID to sign up to voluntarily clean up the snow. So if you guys were disgusted by that, you should also be disgusted by this. You need an ID to shovel snow. But you don't need an ID to vote. So Bill Milligan, I guess he's a congressional correspondent for Fox in DC here. And he's from California, I guess, California. And he said New York City is requiring multiple forms of ID for anyone who would like to register to be a paid emergency snow shoveler ahead of the weekend's winter storm. This, as some Dems say, requiring ID to vote is akin to Jim Crow 2.0. And this is from the New York City website. So it says emergency snow shovelers are called on after heavy snowfalls to remove snow and ice citywide from public areas like bus stops, crosswalks, fire hydrants, and steep streets. We recruit temporary per diem by day shovelers as needed. Pay starts at $19.14 an hour and increases to $28.71 per hour after the first 40 hours worked in a week. To be eligible, applicants must be at least 18 years old, eligible to work in the United States, and able to perform physical labor. To register for an appointment, workers must have 2 small photos, 2 original forms of ID plus copies, and social security card. Get paid to clear snow and ice from bus stops, crosswalks, fire hydrants, and other public areas. Now, I think that this is great. You know, obviously to pay people, and again, this is the city of New York. It makes sense to have ID. You need it, or else you're not going to get paid. They have to run you on the payroll, whatever. But my question is, why is it...
Are we going to talk about the 2-factor verification for the snow shovel?
Wait, there's a 2-factor authorization for the snow shovel? That's wild. Well, why is it so easy to get ID Why do you need ID for this, but we can't get an ID for voting? Can anybody explain that to me? Am I going nuts here? Is this a bad question? Like, you're telling me you guys require ID for this because you're gonna be running people on payroll and you gotta make sure that they're citizen or whatever. But you won't do it for voting, which is arguably, I would argue, even more important than this because it ends up in voter fraud, which later affects the state you're in with policies and things that make it harder in the long term and more expensive for people to live, and it pushes people out. Now, I think that this is fine. You know, it makes sense to have ID, but I'm like, I agree. Like, you make it a requirement for this, but you can't do it for voting. Like, what are we doing here? It's mind-boggling. Not only that, I feel like these people should get paid more per hour. Like, the amount of snow you have to go shovel, bro. Goodness gracious. I'm good. My back already feeling kind of old. Yeah, you need an ID to shovel snow, but not to vote. That's what I'm saying. Well, it's not like voluntary. It's not like voluntary work. It's apparently you get paid, so it makes sense. But still, it's stupid. Yeah, that's the problem, right? Like, they don't want IDs for voting, but they'll do it for this. No problem. No problem, hands down. So the Mr. Patriot said that they just prove voter ID prevents fraud. They know that if they hire an illegal, they'll be charged. So this is how they're protecting themselves. The irony. So here it says, yes, federal law makes it illegal for any employer, including a city or other government entity, and its contractors to knowingly hire someone who's not authorized to work in the U.S. I'm assuming this is AI doing a response. So under 8 U.S.C. 1324A, part of the Immigration Reform and Control Act of 1986, is unlawful to knowingly hire, recruit, or refer for a fee any person that is not authorized to work in the United States. If a New York City official violates this rule by knowingly hiring or continuing to employ unauthorized workers, the federal government has several enforcement tools ranging from civil fines to criminal prosecution and injunctive actions. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security, through ICE, can initiate a I-9 audit and administrative case leading to civil money penalties for hiring or continuing to employ unauthorized workers and for I-9 paperwork violations. 2 forms of ID to shovel snow for the mayor, but no ID required to vote. Yeah, people are so mad, dude. Like, it's insane. So here's another screenshot. So you should not attend the appointment if you have any COVID-19 symptoms. Payment is made by check and normally takes about 4 to 6 weeks, but it can take up to 12 weeks. What an inefficient system, huh? Congratulations. Oh, you got a license for that snow shovel, mate? Are you aware of the Discord update situation? Yeah, I think they're dropping Persona, but still the fact that, you know, they tested the waters and got all that backlash is insane. We're going through some really crazy times. So Dr. Johnny, I have no idea who this is. Who is this? So the chiropractor from TikTok, New York. Okay, let's see what the chiropractor from New York has to tell us, chat. Let's see what he's got to say.
You really can't make this stuff up. So New York City's about to get hit with a big blizzard. They're calling it a bomb cyclone. And Mamdani takes to the stage, and he's basically telling New Yorkers, you're welcome to grab a shovel, come on down, and they're going to pay you to shovel the snow for us because sanitation department is a little short-staffed. But the ironic thing is that you can't shovel snow in New York City without at least 2 forms of ID. So it seems that it might be harder to shovel snow in New York City than it is to vote. You really can't.
I might actually end up following this guy. What other base takes does this dude have? What are these pictures of this man? Hold on. A kid that expected a gold medal instead only came home with the Labubu. A Labubu doll. I hate those things. They look cursed. Dude, Canada absolutely got destroyed. That was funny. Anyway. Well, guys, if you live in New York and you've got your 2 forms of ID and you need some cash this winter, go get your shovel. Go get your 2-factor authorization. get shoveling, baby. Get those big boots, those big plastic boots to go shovel. Oh my goodness. That's funny. That's insane. Because then the illegals can't vote, obviously. Of course. They're a sanctuary city. They don't care. Mm-hmm. There's no argument for no ID voting. That is puts up barriers to well, some groups will exploit that in a similar way as poll taxes. Look, I don't think illegal immigrants should be able to vote. Like, if you're not here legally, you do not deserve to vote. I don't care. My fatigue has fatigue. I feel that, Void. That's the point. Voter ID laws would mean politicians couldn't cheat into fraud elections. I mean, they'll find a way, but yeah, it makes it much harder for them to do that. So that means all the illegal immigrants can't shovel snow. It means they won't get paid for it. You can probably do it, but you're not, like, if you want to get paid by the city of New York, you're not going to be able to do it. I heard that they were modeled after Pazuzu. I literally said that. Apparently the Simpsons already, like, pretty much, like, covered that. So, all right, guys. Well, congratulations. I think the last post on this is why. So Hustle beat. I guess I don't know what he is, but he said, "Why has New York's snow not melted in 25 days, and why is Bill Gates involved?" This man says it snowed back on January 15th, and the snow is still there. It hasn't melted in 25 days. It hasn't really warmed up at all. He asks a simple question: when has that ever happened in your life? Then he brings up something most people never hear about: solar geoengineering. A real highly controversial idea involving planes releasing light reflecting particles high in the atmosphere to cool the planet by blocking sunlight. And yes, Bill Gates has backed research around it. Not over one city, not over one state, globally. These last 2 months, they've been spraying more than they ever have sprayed before. He says this isn't happening over Seattle, it's happening over your yard. When snow just sits there for nearly a month, when temperatures never seem to rise long enough to melt it, when weather stops behaving like anything you remember, at what point does normal winter stop making sense? The chemtrails are real. I mean, I'm sure they are. Let's see what this man has to say, Chad.
In New York, it snowed on January 15th. The snow still hasn't melted. How does the snow not melt for 25 days? Come on.
By spewing calcium carbonate dust into the atmosphere.
Bill Gates is backing the first high-altitude experiment of one radical climate change solution, creating a massive chemical cloud that could cool the Earth. It's called solar geoengineering, and it's highly controversial.
My question is, if you're one of those hippie, what are they called? Environmental activists? I need you to be quiet, like, right now. If you think that these people aren't all the geoengineering or weather, there's something wrong with you. This isn't about climate change or this and that and this. Like, the Earth is like gradually like cooling down. We're probably I forgot. My ex-father-in-law said something about that because he's a meteorologist for the government. But if this doesn't concern people who are these activists and they're saying, you know, we're destroying the Earth, which, you know, yeah, we pollute the Earth, whatever, but this, if true, yeah, cooked.
It would look something like this. Thousands of planes would fly very high and use nozzles to inject millions of tons of light-reflecting particles into the stratosphere. It would create a thin chemical cloud of those particles around the whole planet, blocking some sunlight from reaching the surface. It would mimic a giant volcanic eruption, which we know cools the Earth.
Now, just to restate, Bill Gates is not God. Bill Gates is some kind of weird, socially awkward rich guy who lives in Seattle. He doesn't own the planet.
By the way, this is when Tucker Carlson was still on Fox. Poor guy's not on Fox anymore, of course, but, you know.
But he's now changing the planet single-handedly. This is not just over his yard in Seattle. This is over your yard.
You know, you're meaning to tell me that for not one day, the temperature hasn't risen above freezing point for 8 hours, 12 hours? When has that ever happened in your life, you know? That's because these last 2 months, they've been spraying more than they've ever sprayed before.
I mean, bioweapons have been around for like a long time, but like this is evil, bro. Like, they're like, I think the highest it ever got, like at least in Jersey, it was like maybe like in the low 40s, like high 30s. It's been freezing here for the last 2 months, guys. Like, I've been freezing my toes off. Like, sometimes the heat, it takes hours to get warm in my apartment. It's so insane. And if this is all true, and Mr. Bill Gates is like doing this nonsense, bro, we're not safe, man. Like, the other thing that we can probably talk about is like meat. You guys know how they're trying
New
to
York,
like
it snows.
3D print meat? Like, they're making fake meat. Like, this is awful. And I think wasn't Bill Gates like part of the bird flu thing that killed a bunch of chickens, and then like cows got like mad cow disease or something, and they had to kill a bunch of cows, and they're trying to like destroy meat, like the farming industry, they're trying to destroy it too. That's some straight 80s SATAM cartoon G.I. Joe villain. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Dude, this is so insane, dude. Literally a bonfla. Use the non-melty snow in the North Pole where the snow is going away. The closest thing to weather control we've confirmed was in the USA had higher than normal flooding during the Vietnam War using those micrometals in jet fuel outlets for the aircraft. Goodness gracious. Gates is the EpiPen of messing around with food and pathogens. Yeah. Rose into biological warfare. In Ohio, it was 64 the other day. Now it's 25. Goodness. He's involved with me. He spent years buying farms. Yeah, he's bought up a lot of land. He's bought up a lot of land. It's insane. Take care, Tachum. God bless you. All right, so conspiracy or not, I mean, it makes you think, man. Why do they need all that snow? Why do they need all that snow, Chad? I don't know. Is this why Xbox is sucking? Oh yeah, the Xbox lady like stepped down or whatever. All right, guys. So
we end global warming by starting the ice age.
We end global warming. I mean, the Earth naturally is like gonna be cooling off and stuff now. All right, guys. So last two videos about New York. 2A. Second Amendment. Blue states like New York and mine are very like red tape when it comes to guns. And I love guns. I think they're pretty cool. No, I don't own one. I'm still waiting for my FID from my county.
The gender wars are the work of Satan. God has called both holy women and holy men to be his disciples and his servants. We are the body of Christ.
Amen
we must
to that.
love one another.
Amen. I agree, nobody. Thank you for that $10 super chat. Appreciate it. And thank you, Lethal Weeaboo, for the $2 super chat. We me by 78 Yeah, so New York, New Jersey, a lot of blue states are very anti-gun. They're very anti-2A. We're actually going to be reading the Constitution on one of these streams, and we'll probably be reading the what was the other one? It's the Constitution and the not the Articles of Confederation. What was? Is the Constitution or what was it? The Bill of Rights? The Amendment? My brain is like glitching right now. My words. I'm so hungry right now. I can't focus. We're gonna be reading the Constitution. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it for my anniversary on Saturday. My 2-year anniversary. We'll read the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, Declaration of Independence. Yes, thank you. I don't know why I'm not an American. Sorry. I guess I gotta get deported real fast. Hold on. But we'll read the Constitution, and we'll read the Declaration of Independence on the 28th, chat. I expect you to be there. I'll be streaming from 9 a.m. EST to 9 p.m. EST on that day. And we're gonna watch things about guns. We're gonna be 2A. We're gonna do all the good American things. We're gonna have fake barbecue. We'll be out in the lawn. I'll have a little fake lawn set up. The Magna Carta. We are not reading the Magna Carta. Get out of here. But yeah, I'm gonna be streaming early on Saturday. Pop quiz. We should do a Kahoot about the Declaration of Independence. And the Constitution. Oh my gosh. But yeah, like, so this guy apparently he just had to flash his gun, I guess, on the New York subway. And people are mad in the comments of this video. So let's see what this man was doing with his Second Amendment rights that New York clearly violates.
My fucking eyes. I look like I'm lying. You're supposed to, if you got a badge, you should know whether I'm lying or not. I got my own goddamn white shirt. You want to find out the hard way how serious life is, boy? for showing me your fucking badge in the first place, talking to me like I'm an asshole, then showing me a badge to cover up talking to me like that? Is that your fucking... Let me keep walking. You can't explain your fucking... Did you just pull out a fucking gun on me? First you fucking talk to me like an asshole, you gonna pull out a gun to explain how you talking to me? Boy, put your gun away. Put your gun away before I make a phone call and have your fucking head.
Yo, this guy thought he was gonna mess with this dude over here, this white guy over here.
Put your fucking... My first girlfriend's a police officer that kills police officers. What's your name? You wanna know a fucking name? Yeah. I'm about to reach for my fucking phone. What's your fucking matter? What's your fucking name? I'm
Oh, wow. That's insane, bro. That's insane. Even... oh, well, here's Operator Grizz. I haven't seen Operator Grizz in a while. So even in New York, it wouldn't be justified even if actually had to use it. I can't believe that they would allow this. He shouldn't even be able to fire that gun until he has been stabbed 35 times and beaten to a near coma. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, wow. Never pull unless you have to. If you pull, you have to fire. Bad form. Who told you that dumb rule? I don't even know what the rules are. Everyone in the comments, I realized gun guy broke the law and will be headed to jail because New York City will charge him with brandishing and likely add a racial charge. This is why every white man in Britain needs the right to own a gun and open carry. They're not even in Britain. I mean, the UK is just cooked at this point. This is brandishing a misdemeanor at least and will result in revocation of a CCW permit. Guys like, and... I don't want this guy locked up. I'm just pointing out that he will get locked up if the cops show up because brandishing is only legal when firing it would be justifiable self-defense. Everyone should at least know the law and the consequences before deciding to break it. It's a free country. Brandish all you want. Just don't be surprised if you end up in prison full of black guys that hate you and you don't have a gun to chase them off or guards that... Oh my goodness, wow. That's insane. What kind of commentary is that? That's wild. The Second Amendment was written for the people to check their government if they ever became tyrannical. It's not about hunting, it's about people having the right to carry arms that shall not be infringed and giving them the power to fight back against a tyrannical government. Well, unfortunately, people, especially in blue states, have been very much turned into the sheeple, so they don't care. And last thing about New York. So, this clip has been going viral in the last couple weeks. And this New York woman was being harassed by a group of black women on the subway, only to drop the N-word on them as the subway doors closed. Imagine what would have happened if they had gotten those doors open. I watched this clip and I'm like, thank God they didn't open the door. I don't think she needed to say that at the end, but I can imagine, being frustrated, being on the subway, you're trying to get to work or you're trying to get home, and these people are just harassing you. So
Girl, next time somebody hit your nigga, you're supposed to beat their ass. Bye, bitch! Bye, bitch!
She said, what? Are we doing domestic abuse against men? Look, ladies, I understand that you think you all bad, but saying that you should hit men when he does what? Yeah, no, girl. like, what are we doing here? What is this misandry? This is insane.
Oh, they packed on to the next call.
That's wild, bro. They were harassing this girl. I want to see. I would love to see the full clip, honestly. Yo, what's up, Perez? God bless you, man. How are you? That's insane. Y'all saw how they were like a pack of hyenas going after this lady. That's nuts. Now, I obviously wouldn't do what she did. I'm not like that. Let them be, degenerate gooner, whatever. But that was insane. Y'all saw it. They were gonna, if they would have opened that door, I guarantee you they would have thrown her onto the tracks. Goodness gracious, man. Last thing about New York. There's always something about New York. She dropped a nuclear bomb. Pretty much. She dropped the word, man. People are getting to the point where they won't tolerate any more all this abuse. When that time comes, things will get bloody. I really don't want it to get to that point, but she was waiting for the moment to say something. Y'all saw that? That was insane. Arthur, good to see you. God bless you. Take care. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you guys for being here. Well, wow. Intense stuff. Intense stuff, chat. So we're going to go ahead and delete this group. All right, so Minnesota. We're going to move on to Minnesota really quickly here. So you guys know that this kind of content, corn, is very bad for your brain. It's very bad for your sexual development. And children should not be anywhere near that content. I would argue that even adults shouldn't be watching it, but everyone has free will, and that's how it is. That stuff is bad for you. Now, this Democrat from Minnesota, I haven't watched the clip. I don't know what this guy said, because obviously he's not a woman. He will never be a woman, ever. Apparently said some stuff that has the internet kind of going wild. So we're going to see what this person said. Tier Saturn, thank you so much for joining from Side Scrollers. God bless you. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. I hope you're taking care. Yeah, her face is all over the internet, that last girl. So, wild stuff. Some people were trying to defend it, saying like, oh, you're misrepresenting this person's point. But let's hear from the horse's mouth. Let's see what this transgender Minnesota Democrat has to say about corn. And I really hope that he hasn't dug his grave here, but I'm not going to lie. Probably
mentioned the Paxton case. And the AGs in many states are very clear about that. They're almost jubilant about being able to use these laws to ban young people from accessing content that could be educational if they are queer. And you're a principal, you have LGBT students in your school, and we also know that they're not receiving sex education for queer kids. We know that prurient interest could be, for many people, the very existence of transgender kids. More and more people are saying there simply are no transgender kids. You mentioned the Paxton case, and the...
So, I don't know, I guess they took this, because they didn't mention corn specifically, but they said age verification laws. So, but ultimately they're saying, like, that it shouldn't be restricted? Is that what I'm getting at? Is this what I'm listening to? There are no such thing as transgender kids, sir. There are children with this body dysphoria, dysmorphia, whatever. But there is no such thing as a transgender child. There is no such thing. What they are, if you're going to call them that, they're science experiments that you think is okay to do. They're socially transitioned kids. They're doing, and the fact that this person's from Minnesota, I'm sure they're in Tim Walz's payroll or something, because, bro, there's no freaking way, man. This mentally ill individual, sex ed for queer kids. Sex ed should just be sex ed. You're learning about your body. You're learning about the reproductive system. Corn ruins your brain. It ruins your bonding with other people in intimate relationships, which should be only during marriage, by the way. But obviously, we live in a fallen world and these things happen. I've struggled with sexual sin. But to say that, you know, this kind of content can be helpful for queer kids, no, it's not. It's rotting their minds more. It's making it difficult. And you're out here wearing a wig, or you have your hair long, whatever, some lipstick. This is so gross, bro. This is so gross. And if that's the kind of hill you want to die on, oh my goodness. This is ridiculous. Like, our youth is being castrated chemically and physically. Tomboys cannot be tomboys. Like, let's save the tomboys here, man. Femboys, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I'm not for that. But anyway, you're telling children who just want to play, who want to be kids and have fun, that they need to socially transition and be castrated and this and that, and they're doing this behind parents' backs, and now we're saying that corn is the right thing to do. This is so far out, bro. Like, when are these people gonna get arrested? When is justice gonna come to our children? You know, I fear for the day that I have children. And that might be in the next 2 years, by the way. Because I plan on getting married this year, Lord willing. And this is what's going on. This is the kind of nonsense we're voting in. Get the hell out of my face. Wearing my sex like a skin suit. Bro, you're... Like, I just can't, bro. There's no way that we're accepting this. Can we jail these people already? Can we strip them of their power? And, like the song by Leaflet says, put them in the box. So, obviously the clip doesn't bring up corn, but restricting education, like content that can be educational, my question is, what kind of content are we talking about? Like, what kind of education? What are we talking about here? They might not have mentioned porn, but I'm very curious as to what content they're talking about that's educational for them. That stuff rots your mind, bro. I can't. I'm holding back language that I really want to use right now. Yeah, the demon in human form, basically. Elected official, yeah, it's disgusting. They know they can't create them, so they have to indoctrinate other people's kids. Exactly, that's the point. They can only destroy. They can't create life. They destroy it. Alright. Yeah, I'm working on my next cancellation. I don't care. I'm gonna say it to anybody's face. If you weren't born a man or a woman, or more specifically a woman, because I'm a woman, right? And I get upset. And there's more transgender women than there are transgender men. If I know that you... First of all, there are... And I don't hate trans people. I just want to put that out there. If you're a chill person and we talk and we don't agree, okay. But for the really loud ones, like this knucklehead McSpankatron over here that was talking in the last clip, and people like Nyara and Anna Valens, I'm gonna straight up tell you to your face, if I see you, you're not a woman. You will never be a woman. I don't care if you chopped off your body parts and filled yourself with plastic in your chest. I don't care what you did. You ain't no woman, bruh. I feel bad for you. I pity you. I'll be praying for you. But you're not gonna tell me that you're a woman, and I'm not gonna use your preferred pronouns. I don't care if you find it disrespectful. I find it disrespectful that you're pretending to be a woman like me, and not only that, you're stepping on women who are infertile, who were born and maybe their DNA is broken. You're making fun of, basically making fun of intersex people and telling them, huh, like, no. I don't care, bro. And you can block me, you can write another hit piece, you can put me in another hit piece, I don't care. But you will never be what you're pretending to be. You can pretend in parade, but you're pretending in parade, and you will never be the real thing. And you do not belong in. I don't care if you've chopped off your hot dog. You do not belong in women's locker rooms, sports, or anything. You belong in a therapy session. That's where you belong. In a couple, actually. Don't just do one. Do multiple therapy sessions. That's where you belong. And maybe a church afterwards. I hope you go to church eventually. But these men that are parading around because they are not comfortable in their own bodies, you make me feel unsafe. And I don't know your past. I don't know where you come from. Maybe your parents didn't love you enough for you being born a man. And I'm sorry to all the men out there who have been treated like garbage. I'm sorry that you feel like you need to be a woman to be accepted. I'm so sorry that you feel that way. But at the same time, part of growing up and maturing is realizing that even if other people didn't love you and they treated you bad for being this and that you can make your own space, that you can carve out your own space. It's going to be a lot of hard work, but you can find people who love you for who you are. But you don't need to castrate yourself. You don't need to chemically destroy your body. You don't need to have these long-term effects to be loved. And the fact that you couldn't love yourself enough and you had to go that far says a lot more about you than anybody else. I have been uncomfortable in my body for different reasons. I've talked to you guys openly that being a woman, sometimes I feel like I don't want to be that because I have these dreams, I have these goals, and I'm told I need to be a mom, which is fine. I want to be a mom. I have no problem with that. But I also have, my own dreams and goals, and I want to help people come to Christ. I want to continue what I'm doing here on my channel. But it feels like because I am a woman, first of all, I'm not going to be taken seriously. And second, I shouldn't be talking at all. It feels like, there's one side that says, women should not be speaking at all, and it just sucks. But obviously I know for men it sucks in a lot of different ways. Even if you can do these things, most people will not care about you if you die. You are expendable. You are just another number. You're a walking wallet. And I can understand men wanting to transition to women because they think it's easier. And sure, in some ways it might be easier to be a woman. But we have our own struggles and our own pain. Like, instead of fighting against each other 24/7, we should be working together. This is just another distraction. This whole gender war nonsense is just another distraction to the evils that are happening in the world. And sure, some transgender people are not, like Nyara or like Anna Valens and other creeps. But still, I don't want you to do that to your body. Like, if you're a man, be proud, be happy that the Lord made you a man. You have responsibilities and stuff, but you're amazing. God made you. Love yourself. Don't hate yourself. And yeah, things are hard, man, but you don't gotta go to those extremes. For real, I think men are great. I think men are awesome. I think you're based. And you build, you create, you help create with your hands. God gave you that ability. And women create in a different way. But you help build society. You help build the foundation. You're leaders. You're meant to be leaders. And that's wonderful. We need more of that. So if you're a man and you're giving up, man, I want to encourage you today. Don't give up. Don't give up because a bunch of women are saying you're garbage. You're not garbage. You're amazing. How many men have died in war to protect the people and the things that they love? That is no small feat. Calling to, change the nations in the world, man. That's huge. And yeah, women, let's stand by our men. Let's stop bringing them down. Let's stop calling them worthless. And stop making the water turn the frogs gay. Because it's making the men gay too, bruh. Stop drinking that fluoride water. Go get yourself a water filter. Get that fluoride out. And get that testosterone up, lads. It's time to go on the next crusade. The internet crusade, man. We need all the testosterone we can get. Anyway, I love you guys. In the fluoride water. The frogs are extra gay now. For Nigeria? What does Nigeria have to do with any of this? Immediately heard the Alex Jones meme song in my head. Oh, man. Look, bro. Straight is not a curse. Make straight great again. Make testosterone great again. They put too much fluoride and estrogen in the water. You guys are cooked. No, it messes up women too, bro. Too much estrogen for women is actually really bad. Look, if I get canceled over this, I don't care. It's bad out here. Facts, Straka. I agree. Queer kids aren't a thing. Children aren't sexual in any shape or form. For real. Wait, what am I being congratulated about? Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff. Yeah, man. It's wild. It says, can you cover a documentary on PR about what happened with the corruption they're suffering with? Yeah, the United States kind of like took over, no? I can tell you're mostly right-wing and harbor right-wing politics. I don't really get it myself. To be honest, I decided to come on here and not to be a sort of, a wind-up to stir up trouble, but to understand it better. So I was wondering if you can explain a few right-wing policies to me and the arguments behind them, please. I mean, I'm willing to change my mind on a few things. I just want to understand. I mean, I guess it depends. Like, things like abortion, right? People say that at conception, that's not like a human. That's not a life. And I disagree. Based on my religious beliefs, life begins at conception. So abortion should be banned. I can understand in some cases, like extreme cases, it can be difficult, but for the most part, abortion has become a thing for a woman or even a man who doesn't want the responsibility of a child, of a life. You know, when you have sexual relationships, you consent to potentially getting pregnant. And sure, you know, protection, it can fail. The best form of protection is abstinence. But why do you deserve the right to end the life of another? You don't. It's not for you to choose. There's adoption, and yeah, the adoption system and the foster system need a lot of work and they need an overhaul, but ridiculous to say that that life is not like being conceived in the womb when that happens. Other right-wing ideologies or ideas, let's see. Guns. I believe that people should have the right to bear arms. I mean, it's in the Constitution. Now, should people get mental checkups before they get one? I can agree to that, but there should not be so much red tape that a person can't get a gun. Like, you shouldn't have to go through months and months of process to get a weapon that you can have. And obviously, if you get caught doing some actual violent stuff, you should never probably get one again, or, you know, you'll have to go through a process maybe to be able to have it. But I don't know, it seems like an impediment on rights. Like, how are you supposed to protect yourself? Yeah, like, we have police and stuff, but sometimes it's not soon enough. Their help isn't soon enough, and you need to take matters into your own hands. And I think you just need to be responsible. People just need to be educated on how to use their weapons and when to use them. You would have to ask me, like, a specific thing, and I can give you an opinion, because I don't know everything off the top of my head. Celsium Chat is less lax on swearing than leaflets. Yeah. I'm not big on swearing. I would prefer it to be kept out of my thing, but the AI is also being a pain in the butt, so I apologize. So you can't say... I mean, I don't mind you saying re. I don't really care. I just try not to say it myself. At least not on stream. Yeah, Automata is brain dead, yeah. Everyone goes through suffering, not everyone uses an excuse to be evil. As a femboy, I find it offensive when these people ask me if I'm trans. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, look, I don't agree with femboys. I think it's kind of weird, but, like, you're not trans. Sorry, I don't mean to offend you when I say that. I just mean, like, you know, it's something I don't really agree with. But either way, like, you know, the fact that trans people try to make tomboys and femboys into whatever, it's really gross. And obviously not all trans people, but... I mean, like, what's up? Us men are also warriors. We protect, not only build, we are the shield and sword of the world. Yep, I agree with you, Kodiak. Thanks for saying that. So don't be gay and work out, let's go. Base, yeah. Interstate have different laws just because it's a permissible one doesn't make it another. So just because someone is trying to circumvent the law, it's still breaking it. Fluoride calcifies the pineal gland, which is the third eye discernment that God created for humans to fight against the devil and his evil. That's starting to get into some Gnostic territory, low-key. But it's so bad. Wandrak, thank you so much for subscribing at tier 1. Oh, 213 people. Where did you guys come from? Mystic, thank you for the follow. TR Saturn, thank you for the prime. Wandrak, thank you for the follow. Sunbirth for the follow, thank you. Firehill20 for the follow. Adrian Lee, Wow Tom Bode, Wow. Antiox, DJ Bora, Vane Crusader, Bread Minted, thank you. God bless you. Welcome in, guys. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Sex is overrated? You just haven't had sex with a wife or a husband yet. That's why you say it's overrated. Look, in holy matrimony, it's pretty based. And if you don't do it, how are you supposed to have kids? Stop saying it's overrated. Now, is it bombarded in my face? Yes, and that's a problem. Fornication is wrong. Now, you can do whatever you want. You know, if you're not a Christian, you're not going to hold to the same moral principle. But as someone who's struggled with sexual stuff for a really long time, it can be very, very debilitating. Not going to lie. Can you recall liberals saying the N-word in the last 15 years? I mean, probably when somebody who's black didn't agree with them, sure. Anytime they encounter a black ICE agent, you're right, Jimothy. Bro literally got told the N-word. That was insane, bro. I'm mostly certain there are no states where it's illegal for a woman to go get an abortion in another state. The worst, I think there's a few states where it's illegal for someone else to help that woman go to another state. Hey, what's up, Overture saying God bless you. Good to see you. Avoiding corn as much as possible. Based. Wait, so your stream on Kick should have subbed here. Oh well, Twitch stuff needs to eat too. True. They need to get their munchies. I know everyone suffers, but all I see in my future is taxes, loneliness, and death, because these are the only things in my life that are guaranteed, along with sexual sin. I may have worth in the eyes of others. I just wish I could see my own value. It takes time, man. I still struggle with that. It takes time. Takes a serious concerted effort too on your part. Having kids is good, maybe underrated. The act to do it is overrated. That's fair. Oh dear, it's gonna get awkward. Celestium stumbles upon my chat about which women I think I have the best shot with. What did you say, Zargblarg? Hold on. What did this guy say? I have some multiple clip of lefty calling black ICE agents ends. Yeah, because when you don't conform to what they want, you're useless to them now. Wait, what did Zargblash say? Subtract the literal and replace it with who? Amalgamate is goth? Why are we talking about them all, bro? Chill. Chill, man. Chill. You know, someone isn't Christian, I still think it's within their best interest to avoid excessive sexual deviancy. It's just not healthy for society. That's true. Bro is talking about goth mommies or something. Anyway, going back to this, moving on from goth and mommies and women that you want stepping on you, Zargblarg, because at this point, it feels like that's what I'm reading. Bro, you're down bad for them all. Don't make me take a screenshot and send it to her. I'll do it. I follow her. She follows me. I'll do it. I'll send her the screenshot. How about a Christian goth? I mean, if you can find one. Sounds pretty rare. Sounds like a unicorn. Stop it. Stop it. Goth mommy is a... Oh, man. Dude is very down bad. Yo, if Amal is watching, bro, you're so cooked. If she's listening right now, you're so cooked, bro. Anyway, yes, I don't have those. Stop saying that. So, although metaphorically, I think I have more than men nowadays. It's really sad. I don't like saying that, but I'm not, whatever. Anyway, so my friend here, Mr. Kagmin Lee. Kagmin, the Korean Asian boy, man. He's actually older than me. Why did I say boy? He's a dude. He said lefties will swear they were just legal observers and then go on to chase ICE vehicles down the highway. And Wall Street Map said 2 leftist watchers were chasing an ICE vehicle. The ICE officer swerved to fake getting on the exit ramp, then back on the highway. Let's see this chase go down.
It's getting ridiculous out there, folks. This white SUV and this blue car swerving and speeding, trying to block this ICE agent. ICE agent here swerves as if he's gonna take the exit and then goes right back onto the freeway, and then these two demis crash into each other.
Wow. Jimothy, is this you? Jimothy, did we find your TikTok account? Jimothy, is this you, Jimothy? Shoot your shot like the frogman is you become gay when Kirsha burns you down. Amal always says she's a... Oh my goodness. Our anarchism and communism never work economically. However, there is no one size fits all economy. Different economy situations require different economies. A sort of healthy mix of capitalism and socialism. That's fair. I guess it just depends. Like, I think maybe I should do a Q&A. I should do a Q&A in the future. Maybe on Saturday we can go through like different things and break down like what the right believes versus the left in terms of like economy and morals. I think I focus more like on the moral stuff than I do like economics. I would say when it comes to like economics, I want there to be safety nets for people, but I think there needs to be like barriers that don't allow for abuse of said things. And we should be looking to always help people get work and get skills that they need. And the best part is they're gonna say ICE agent caused crash on Minnesota highway. All right. So this is Asmongold. I don't know what this clip is in reference to, but it looks like Hassan, and I have no idea who this guy is. Does anybody know who this guy is in this clip? Moving on from the ICE stuff, this is by the way, going back here, this is just awful. These people doing what they can and then causing, accidents. Clearly they're mentally ill. So that's as much as I'm really going to say on that, and it's no surprise. But going on here to Asmon. So this guy named Rational Disconnect, I have no idea who he is. He said, this is what MAGA diet of pure spite and cruelty does to someone. These people are just evil. And then Right-Wing Cope said, Greasy Gamer Asmon addresses people dying of easily preventable diseases. F them, who cares? And Asmon responded here, I'm evil because I don't want my taxes allocated to Africans over Americans. Are you retarded? Wah, wah, wah. He said the R word. And then this guy responded, hey retard, you're evil because you're virtue signaling over being indifferent. Your debt stopped for a little penny on the dollar. Republicans aren't spending 1% of the budget on Americans. So I think the point of this is that I personally believe that at this point the US needs to pull out of NATO. I think we pulled out of NATO, right? Or was it the UN? I can't remember. I think we need to pull out of offering money to other countries and get, at least for like a couple of years until we get back on our feet. I genuinely believe we need to like start implementing some isolationist stuff. If being an ally is only about the money and resources, bro, like, I don't know. I feel like we can step in when they are in need, but otherwise, like, we should not, our taxpayer money should not be funding these foreign things anymore. Maybe like business wise, okay, but the government needs to pull back its spending and sending weaponry and things like that. If you guys remember the Ukraine stuff in the last couple of years, I don't know, man. We're just too involved. I'm also not a Zionist, so I don't really support Israel. To be honest, I do feel bad and I do pray for them, but I think we need to pull out of there too. We need to pull out of the Middle East. We need to pull out of everywhere and focus on our country. I genuinely believe that. Like, still have trade open, because trade is really good, and I think that's fine. Like, business and commerce is totally fine, but like our government involvement needs to decrease. Our military involvement has to decrease. These places need to, they've been leeching off of America for way too long, and I think that we shouldn't be doing that anymore. And if people, like, out of their own goodwill want to go to these countries and still do missions and stuff, I think that's fine. Like, if you choose to, but the government shouldn't be funding all of these foreign things. Or not as much. We need to cut down. Maybe, like, fully pulling out is not good, but I don't know. That's just me. Just so you don't take me out of context, when I said, unfortunately, it's looking more and more like my best chances with the woman are either going to be with an edgelord psycho or goth racist. Someone replied by saying amalgamate as an example. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, man. Wild stuff. Would you kindly make sure Celestium knows? She knows now. I mean, what I read on what FDR and his New Deal did for America in the wake of the Great Depression, so I believe that when the economy crashes occur, socialist policies help the country in order for the economy to grow, capitalist policies work, so that's what I have in that view. it's hard to implement both, and definitely I agree. There's no like one size fits all. I'm actually more like, I guess, left leaning when it comes to like economics. I want people to be helped. But yeah, I don't know. That's something I'd have to like look into like more, but that's kind of my idea. If it comes again, then I'll make sure she knows. At least the negative side of me. I don't agree with full isolation. Every time America has gone full ISO, a world war kicks off. We just need to stop giving handouts and people can buy weapons from us, but we should not. Yeah, I mean, I guess like, yeah, fully isolationist might not be the way to go. I agree. Might be too much. FDR's New Deal prolonged the depression and didn't fix it. Well, let's see what happened here. And I think this is Hassan, but I'm not sure. Let me see.
Between voting for Gavin Newsom and a J.D. Vance, or voting third party and abstaining and lowering the threshold for J.D. Vance to win, is the difference between quite literally 15 million people dying due to USAID cuts, which Gavin Newsom would...
Which we should have done, by the way. It's too bad. If they die due to the cuts, that's just too bad. It's not our problem. Like, if we're cutting USAID cuts and people in Africa die, too bad. Like, we don't have any obligation to keep people in Africa alive. It's ridiculous. It's a waste of our money. Like, I mean, again, like, even, like, and so this is the problem, right? Is that Hassan doesn't argue these things in good faith. He doesn't talk about what he really thinks about this, and so he has to play these games. Suicidal empathy? Yeah, fuck him. Who cares?
Restore. It's the difference between, like, a mother...
Oh, snap. What the? Dude, what are these two losers complaining about, bro? Why don't you go fund it? Don't you make like a ton of money? Why don't you go to Africa? Can these two like shut up already? Like, what kind of dumb takes are these? Why don't you go to Africa and go fund it, bro? Why do I need to use my tax dollars to go fund someone else's life? Take care, Cody. God bless you. Thank you for stopping by. Good to see you, man. God bless you. Thank you. Look, I think that it's heartbreaking, you know, things that happen in third world countries, and I think we should help out, you know, from the goodness of our heart. But I think you shouldn't force people to do that. Like, we need so much help in our own country, right? If we're not strengthened, how can we possibly help other people? Like, I don't know, man. It's just, I think that we need to, yeah, maybe we shouldn't go like full isolation, but I think we've just given out way too much. I think we're giving out more than we can really afford, and it's hurt us so much. Like, if you guys remember, I think it was Helen or whatever in North Carolina. Y'all remember when all those houses got destroyed and people's lives were pretty much ruined? And FEMA basically said, we're loaning you this money. We're not helping you. You got to pay us back. That's so disgusting to me. Like, how are we able to give handouts to people from other countries, but we can't even help our own? Freaking ridiculous, man. Freaking insane. But yeah. I would say pray for these people. I mean, I don't know. Hassan might electrocute his dog again or something, but, you know, I really hope that one day I don't know what it's going to take. He's probably going to have to hit some really hard rock bottom, but I pray for even a miscreant like him, and pray that he changes his mind, because bro is cooked in the brain. I think they might have put the dog collar on him first, and that's what happened. But yeah. Yeah, we're ready to throw our money overseas and not care about our own. Freaking, I love that song. I think I might have to listen to that song after stream. He electrocuted his dog? I think he put a shock collar on his dog, yeah. But anyway, moving on to more fun news, because listening to Hassan is like getting a lobotomy. Anyway, if you want to clip that, you can. I don't care. Apparently today, America won the Olympics for hockey. I think we got a gold medal. And the feud between the White House and Justin Trudeau is really funny, because there's been this ongoing joke, and perhaps it's not a joke, of the US taking over Canada. Now, I would not like to touch Canada with a 90-foot pole. Maybe we'll take one of their states, I don't know, or what are they called? They're called they're not states. They're what's the word? What's the word for Canada? Like Alberta, Toronto. No, Toronto's a city. Like Quebec and stuff. Like what are they called again? We'll take Skybrows. Yeah, we'll take Skybrows. Wait, Skybrows is Canadian? Oh, based. Okay. Yeah, provinces. We'll take their provinces, chat. We'll take the provinces that are good. We'll take the good ones. But we're not. I don't think we should take over Canada, bro. They might end up euthanizing us. We take them. As Governor Trudeau of the great state of Canada. I learned about you recently from a member of my Bible group. They had you on a shirt. You're very chill and nice. Oh, hello, content omitter or knitter. I can't read your name. It's all blue. It's blending in. Thank you. Oh, they actually got my merch from Ooh Market. Speaking of Ooh Market, I'll show later. But basically, guys, yeah. So apparently, Alberta's the only thing that we want to take from Canada. But let's be honest. This feud is kind of petty, low key. Bro is like, you can't take our country and you can't take our game, but they got clobbered in the end. And this guy's we just did. And here's Janice, she's a mutual, and she's like, are you sure about that? Congratulations, Canada, please forgive us for our moronic president. What is this? Republicans against Trump, 1 million followers, pro-democracy conservatives. Okay, this is someone to make fun of, maybe. What is this? Why do they have 1 million followers? Why is it that people I know are following them? Okay. Who's gonna get outed here? James O'Keefe? No. Please tell me he just follows them for content. No, what is this page? Republicans against Trump is a MoveOn.org psyop? Maple syrup will be ours? Of course, that's all you want. You want the maple syrup. 3 Canadian provinces already voted to leave Canada and join the US. The Canadian government made it illegal for them to contact the US about it. I'm doing it right. How are you, Arthur? That's insane. Sounds like another group of boomer cons. I like the Reliant K version of Africa. Oh, he's a Lindsey Graham fan. Dude, this is insane. What is this? If we nominate Trump, we will get destroyed and we will deserve it. That's wild. This is why this party will never get to accomplish anything. It's because of... Am I allowed to say retard, bro? Am I allowed? Anyway, so the White House, in response to Trudeau's tweet here at 11:13 this morning, posted, I'm sure this is AI, an eagle crushing down on a, what is this, a goose? Is this a goose? Oh, man. The gold medal game should have been a bet to see which country gets Alberta. I do remember you, Arthur. I'm a little busy right now, but I saw your DM. Hey, what's up, Itami? Good to see you, man. Say we, Todd. And then JD Vance here, he said, heart full of pride for his country and a few front teeth gone missing. That's American hockey right there. Congratulations to Jack and everyone on Team USA for bringing home the gold. And then this media has been disabled in response to a report by the copyright owner. So it was a picture of Jack Hughes. He's from New Jersey. He's from the Jersey Devils team. Go Jersey. Ow. This looks painful. But apparently the image was taken down, and this guy's Greg Price. Saint Michael the Archangel defend us in battle. I have no idea what's going on with this dude. But congratulations from JD Vance here. Team USA, baby. And the Jersey Devils were cheering. I actually didn't even know New Jersey had a Twitter page, so I went and followed them earlier. Although they're happy about our governor, so I might actually end up unfollowing them and blocking them because... the AI is going wild. USA. I think they won 2-1, and Hughes' a goal at the end there helped them break the tie. I'm pretty sure it was like 1-1, and then he broke the tie. So this person here is saying, amazing how we started the Olympics with Americans that weren't exactly polite and gracious, and it ended with those stories of truth and sacrifice we all love, and the pride for Americans that represented us well and with grace. USA, USA, USA. So we got this girl was under fire. I actually didn't bring this up because I don't have a lot of time, but the skater, I think her last name's like Leo or something. And then this is a women's hockey team. Looks like they also won. Good stuff. Very good, America, America. Very good, red, white, and blue. And then Greg Price said, we took your game and now we're going to take your country. And then someone made like an AI video of Trump and I guess versus Trudeau and some copyrighted music. So I'm going to go ahead and I think that's Eye of the Tiger playing in the back, which I'm going to mute because I don't want to get a copyright strike. Wild. Donald Trump has no gear on in this video. Bro's about to score a goal. Oh, man. Yeah, no reason. Oh, the women and the men won 2-1 against Canada. Very beautiful. Okay. Bow, 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 bow. The eye of the Is he beating up Trudeau? These AI videos are insane, bro. The eye of the tiger. Boom, 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 boom. How am I doing? What's up, official gambling academy? I'm doing alright. I'm freezing right now, though. This is funny. What else do I've got here? So we got Grixit with this post. Toronto Maple Leafs are captain, and then bro's like, this post is hilarious. Because obviously they lost. And then we've got New Jersey here, the state of New Jersey with their Twitter posts. Jack Hughes, our golden boy, our golden star. Of course they win, and good stuff. Very good. New Jersey Devils out here. And someone put his face. Okay, we're not listening to West Virginia either. But yeah, congratulations to Team USA. Someone made a meme of powder. It's called Snow Soccer now. Joyzy. Yeah, Joyzy. Yeah, Trump memes have been great lately. This and Carson Dance in particular, chef's kiss. Yeah, America, boys. I hope Powder saw this already. The Powder comment on this was really funny. Snow soccer. Oh my goodness. Dude, y'all honestly, I know, and I don't want to bring up like drama on Tomoe again, but her jokes are now going to be, you know, about Canada. I wonder what that guy is gonna say. That little femboy rat dude. What is he gonna say now? Canada got their butt kicked. Oh, my model froze. What's going on? Like, what is that femboy rat gonna say now? What is he gonna say now? Canada got their butt kicked by the US. Get wrecked, anyway. Okay, I have to run through these really quick. Frigid Knight, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. How are you? How was your stream? I hope you had a good stream. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. Let me go ahead and give you a shout out real fast because I don't think any of my mods are here right now. Gabe is busy, so it's all good. Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate the raid. I hope you had a good stream. So we've got a couple tabs here to go. I just really want to. I feel bad because I gotta go. I don't think I'm gonna make it to Costco today. I don't know why my model's still freezing. But anyway, moments where they find they mess around and find out. This lady here, it says when you watch too many Netflix and Disney girl boss movies and things, you can do this in the same in real life. This lady is at an airport and she decides that she wants to do some very interesting things to those in the public.
Oh shit. Hold it! Stop! Okay. Oh, fuck no.
Look at that! Look at that!
Look, get her.
Yeah! Yeah! Yo, girl is walking around and like, you know, back in the day, back a really long time ago when airports were first a thing, people were dressed up in suits and dresses, bro. And now we've stripped down into pajamas and on this nonsense. Girls like, she's walking, thinking she owns the place, and then she randomly smacks that woman. And people started cheering when the security started pinning her down. Well deserved. This is the kind of stuff, bro, that you just wonder, like, why? Why? Like, what's the point? Why did she do that? Actual mental. And speaking about mental, I don't know if this is AI or not, but if it's real, bro, this is scary. 50 years ago, this thing would have been put in an asylum. What changed? Genuinely, oh, well, I mean, I guess they fixed it. It still looks weird. If this is real, bro, this is kind of creepy. Hold on.
Hey. Yeah. I got a lot of idea.
That's a man. That's a man. Wait, y'all. Oh, wait. Oh, no.
ตั้งมาเลยเร็วๆเรือไม่ได้ทันได้นอนเลยเนี่ยตายังค้างอยู่เลย
What the heck? Ew.
โอเคมาต่อ
Oh my gosh. What is that, bro? That's a guy. Yeah, that's Thailand. I was thinking about Thailand. I'm like, dude is ballooned up. He is fillered up. That is so. I heard the voice and I'm like, you know, I was looking like, you know, if this is a woman, she went overboard. But I had a feeling it was gonna be a man. Oh my gosh. Make asylums great again. Yo, facts. No, that's silent. I don't miss that part of the country. That's a lady boy, yeah. Dude, that was gross. And she will never be a woman. I had to tab over to this because I didn't want to watch that. That made that is so like mind-boggling. I can't, bro. It looks like a cartoon character, bro. It's gross. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm good, bro. Bro is fillered up and plasticed up, and you can see the bulge. Ugh, gross. Ugh. Anyway, moving on. Last thing before we head out here. Oh my gosh! Wait, before we go into this, by the way, thank you, Kayan, for, oh my goodness. Thank you so much for getting me the bookshelf and the controller. You're very sweet. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're very kind. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you, Kayan. And thank you, Cornflake Kane for the 5 gifted. Pokemon Hi Chris, thank you so much for the 1 month. Oh. Ink the Frog, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much for the support. How are you, Ing the Frog? Thank you, thank you. Ang Attack Base, thank you so much. Thank you. How are you? How was your stream? What are you up to? Or what were you up to? Thank you. My name is Celeste. I'm a Christian VTuber. And I love talking about Christ on my streams. We've been getting more into politics lately, but mostly from a moral perspective. Still trying to spread the word of Christ around here in these parts. But yeah. And I like playing FPS games too. FPS games are fun. They're very fun. But yeah, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. God bless you. And thank you 88-bit though. Or not 80 Kayan again for your support. 88-bit does make really good controllers. My brother and I are using the controllers right now. Yeah, I saw that they had a collab with Honkai Star Rail and I really wanted it, but I just got this job recently, so I don't have a lot of money to spend outside of that, you know, for like stuff that is like for fun. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the bookshelf. Now I can finally organize my books that that Scapegoat Pilgrim has gotten me off of throne, because I have been struggling to put all my stuff into place. So thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. I do need a man to build it for me, so we'll see. But yeah, that was an abomination there, man. I'm so glad that you guys didn't raid me when the abomination was on the screen. I hope that if you guys were eating dinner, that didn't hurt you too much. Ever played Doom Eternal? Yes, and I have not finished Doom, but there may be a future stream where we finish up Doom. But yeah, thank you, Ing. I really appreciate it. I hope that your stream was fun. That's what Gabe is for. Facts. When he moves. Boomer shooters? Yeah. But yeah, last thing here, guys. We're gonna go ahead and finish this. So apparently, somebody pulled this prank, and you know, there's a lot of jokes about Jeffy EpiPen. I call him Jeffy EpiPen because I don't want to be flagged by the system for saying his name. And apparently, somebody was returning a EpiPen Lego set that obviously doesn't exist. And yes, I need to finish Faith too. Wah! I did get a job. Unfortunately, it took a big pay cut, so I can't really invest too much into VTubing anymore, which really sucks, but, you know, God is good. I mean, at least I found a job, you know? Don't forget to mention that you sound like an 11-year-old boy. Thanks. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm an 11-year-old boy, you're right. You're right. My bad. My bad, chat. But anyway, his name Yef. Yep, his name Yef. Name Yef.
Yeah.
So this is the Lego set. And they called it EpiPen's Island. Look, I'm into some dark humor. But obviously what happened is really disgusting. But this is this is how the internet is. Bro's like laughing. This guy's done. He knows that this is not real.
It's the Epstein Island edition.
Bro's done with life. Look at the expression on Bro's face. Freaking insane.
It's the special edition, Epstein edition.
It's outdated. I don't think they ever sold it in the first place.
No, we have not had that model in.
Get out. Oh, Ember Paradox is streaming on Kick. Yeah, I can go ahead and raid her. I don't mind. I don't know if I'm gonna raid on Twitch though. But yeah, I can raid her because I almost gotta go. I don't think I'm gonna make it at Costco though. But yeah, it's outdated. Bro, if I would have seen that, I think I would have gotten fired on the spot for laughing. Oh man, the crazy things that people do, man, for internet points is insane. Enjoy the legal letter incoming from the Lego company. Why does he look guilty? Outdated. We're on the war with Ram's edition. One of the guys is lying, and I'm betting it's number 2. And since Lego isn't a perishable food, I'm doubting it's an outdated either. More like they don't want to be seen taking it back on camera. I mean, yeah. Bro had to save his skin there. Wait, did someone else do this? Is this an AI video? What's going on? We have not had that model in here. Why 10s? Does he not? Returning my. Oh my gosh! Why did they measure his nose? What is wrong with people, bro? The comment. Why did you buy in the first place? Ages 12 and below. Ah! Oh my gosh! No. Okay, the internet's dying. Knows. Dude, we're so cooked. Oh my gosh. Yo, this is such a messed up freaking comment, bro. I can't. What is wrong with these people? Why does Donald Trump have a lollipop for the head? Yo, there's something so wrong with people on the internet, bro. Oh my gosh. I think that's enough internet for today. I genuinely think that that's enough internet for today. Goodness freaking gracious, bro. That's awful. No, but really, dude, that whole situation was, that's, like, and the files that we don't even have, bro. Oh my goodness. Woo! We're so cooked, bro. We're genuinely not. Oh, man. Wait, Kane, did you buy me something else? Hold on. Oh, you bought me 3 things. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you for getting me the... I actually do need that cart because my stuff, I have like stuff I need to move around. Thank you. I don't know if you're still here, Kane, but thank you. Thank you for buying stuff off my throne. I wasn't expecting that. Wow. Thank you. Really quickly here, Big Bull or BLK Bull, thank you for the follow. Pernindivus, thank you for the follow. Mythia Karamaz of Zavi the Goat, thank you for the follow. Aegis Strike, thank you for the follow. Revealed Pembroke. These names are stressing me out actually. Cornflake King, thank you again for the 5 gifted. Pokemon Hiker Chris, thank you for the 1 month tier 1. Thank you. Thank you guys for all the follows and your support on YouTube. Thank you guys for chatting. Thank you for the super chats. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thank you. X is the Wild West. It really is, yeah. Insane stuff, yeah. Wild. Let me see on Kick. What's going on Kick? T97, thank you for the follow. OneDrek, thank you for the follow. 67 Skibbity Riz 67. Thank you for the follow. Red Gloves. Del Mokio, thank you. GT Maniac, Iron Spider. Golden Tick, thank you for the follow. Thank you guys for your support on Kick. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you. I hope that you had a good laugh, but also like what the heck is going on in 2026? This is like the year of extra insanity. Bleach my eyes. Ember's cool. Hope you're having a good evening, Celestium. I'm doing well. How are you, Reluctant Watchman? Waste of space time. Good to see you, Nightshade. Oh man, yeah, like dude, this world is so topsy-turvy, man. Like for real, it's super topsy-turvy. I'm just like baffled by the amount of crazy stuff happening, dude. Oh my gosh. I don't know, some of this stuff I don't know if I'm gonna be able to like take it out of my mind. I hope we don't get banned. I hope we don't get canceled again. Have a great rest of your day, Edward. Thank you. Have a good Sunday, everyone. Stay safe in the blizzard, guys. Stay warm. I'll be praying for you. Thank you so much for your support. You guys have been really great. And I feel really blessed. Thank you for everything. I really haven't. I know that I'm about to head out here, but there's not enough thanks that I can give you guys for being supportive. I know you're coming from a lot of different communities, and the fact that you would, stay in mind, check me out and, comment and be so supportive. I'm coming up on my 2nd year anniversary as a VTuber, and it's been a really wild ride. Before I started talking about Christ, I was definitely like in the world. I've gone through divorce and other stuff, so it's been, and facing death at one point in my life. So, being here has been a blessing. Being in part of this community has been a blessing as well. Iron, I think I might have read it. I'm pretty sure. I think I read all the prayer requests, but it might have been earlier in the stream. And I do play Minecraft, but I haven't played since they dropped that DLC. But yeah, just I'm really thankful, and there's just not enough words that I can say. There's not enough thank yous I can give God, first and foremost, and then you guys. I was just, like a 2-viewer Andy like 2 years ago. I didn't really have viewers, and now, it's gone up like 100-fold, and I don't know. I just I have to hold back the tears these days, because it's been rough. The makeshift cancellation. My friends getting removed from Advanced GG, and people coming after me because of my Christian beliefs that are pretty reasonable and most people held, for as long as humanity has been alive. And it's just rough, man. It's been really hard. Early on, when I started doing Christian content, like if you've been following me for a really long time, you know that I was getting canceled for the Roblox stuff, and I just never thought I'd get here. I've had like big VTubers and drama tubers like Alara, like Riva Evanstar talk bad about me, Hex Juice, and a lot of other people. And so there's been a very negative perception of me in the VTuber space. And so it felt like my growth was very limited for like a really long time. So seriously, like I just say thank you, for staying here, for choosing to support me. And, however many more years of this I have, left to do this or whatever. I just feel really blessed, I never thought we'd get here, to be honest. Like, if you would have told me like 2 years ago that I would have like a community, I would have been like, why? I'm not even anybody worth, talking about. I don't have the prettiest, design. I don't have the nicest voice. I'm not a singer. I'm not a dancer. I'm not a talented VTuber. I just yap, But it's really awesome, and one of my dreams is to definitely be, reaching, hundreds of thousands of people. But even the couple hundred or whatever, however many, right? It's still really awesome. So thank you. And to Kirsha, to Leaflet, to Rev, to Straub, to Craig, to Blabs, to everyone at Side Scrollers, to all of my friends, Maria, Samson, Irvine, to Gabe, my fiance, who I love very much and I know loves me, to God, who's been really great, to all my friends who have, who've stuck out with me, like, to the end. You guys have been really great. Even to the people who, other Christians who don't publicly want to associate with me anymore. That was a bit of a wake-up call for me, again, for the however nth time, I guess, at this point. I really appreciate you guys. And I just, to God, to my fiance, and definitely to Leaf, who's been really supportive of me as of lately. I met her almost a year ago, and I never thought I'd have a friend to her. I really look up to her, and to Kirsha and to Rev and to Straub and all of them. And it feels really weird now, being able to talk to them all. You guys are great. So thank you for everything. I hope that I don't disappoint. I know I'm like behind on a lot of stuff that I need to do for you guys. But I really appreciate you guys a lot. Oh, Leaf says the same about me. Oh man. Really? I love that slime lady. I love Leaflet. If I could give her a hug. Actually, she knows how I look, by the way. Cause during Anime NYC, I stopped by the Mosu box booth when she was on with Asari. So she actually knows how I look. So if she's still friends with me after even seeing how cringe I am, I'm happy with that. You guys you may or may not see me if I'm in the content. So thank you, Lowell Boyer for the sub. Thank you. Wonderak, thank you for the 500 kicks. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you too. Thank you. You're awesome. I appreciate it. But yeah, I hope that I can do more awesome stuff for you guys. I do work a full-time job, so, you know, I can't be like Leaflet posting stuff every day or streaming every day or for really long hours, but, you know, for the little time that we spend together, you know, during the week, I'm really thankful. And I hope that someday, I would love to be a content creator full-time, but if it's not in the cards for me, I hope that whatever little time we do have, you know, every week is still, you know, still really good. And yeah, I'm beyond blessed. And for people that I recently met, like Nanigachi, Powder, Banana Juju, and a lot of other, you know, VTubers who are standing up for the right thing, for stuff, I appreciate you guys too. And I hope I get to chat with you more as time goes by. It's felt really slow, but I think God is, you know, preparing me for something greater, but I have to do better, you know, I have to be more on top of stuff, so just go out there and be a good mom. I'm not even pregnant. I'm not even married. We love Leaflet. You and your Mossad agent, look, it's all good. Oh man, speaking of Simon, she knows the most how to make Costco rotisserie chicken, if you know. Have a good one, Celeste, and you chat. Yeah. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and raid Ember Paradox. I haven't spoken to her. I don't think we follow each other, but I'll go raid her on Kick. And then I'm gonna go ahead and raid Kirsha on Twitch. Bean raid, guys. Make sure if you're on Twitch to refresh the page, so that the raid counts. Although Kirsha, I mean, she's big, she doesn't need my raid, but like, you know, I still want to show her support anyway. Let's show the Foxu woman support. And to Ember Paradox on Kick, thank you guys again. I'll see you again tomorrow. We're gonna go over the Yuri Bond, the USSR guy who died, and he talked about I guess communism or something, and we'll be going over that interview tomorrow. So 6 p.m. EST. I love you guys, and then on Tuesday we're gonna do some gaming, and then we'll be back on Friday. Check out my Uwu Market store. Check out my Throne, my Ko-fi. If you want to support me outside of here, thank you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, beans. I love you.
Like, is he talking right now?